This ain't no military secret. They don't care. As I stared down the darkest road, I had to come to the conclusion that that road is home. And we only in this position cause this world is wrong, and I gotta carry the torch till my baby's grown. Jumped off the porch at first cause my head was strong. You care about jury, I care about your hair and bone. I might be a king, but don't want you to care my throne. I want you to know your genes is the heir of the throne. We parted the sea, that's why we invented a boat from pillar to post. Been the first who been it the most. You're visiting Earth, you're alien, call me your host. Adam and Eve was babies 6,000 ago. That would be around 4,000 BC. You seen all my talents, now you wanna be me. I'm so many leagues above your head, it's a deep sea. And I don't think you all can dive beyond 10 feet. You couldn't run as fast on land with 10 feet. You're a kind of man, but you're not a god, see? I'm metaphysical, I see things you cannot see. I see hate, that's jealous, you're not me. I stole a plate, otherwise I can't eat. The U.S. trying to kill you, now that's beef. But I won't let them kill you without me. There's only one way to live, and that's free. Who they care about?
But you're not black.
All I wanna say is that.
Remember, we only get black people. Yeah, we legal black people, right?
They don't really care about us. 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 White nationalists, black activists, it's the double-edged sword beside you with. I would die to get the freedoms that we deserve. To the day I fly, let them know these ain't just words. I want the truth to be heard. Matter of fact, I go first like everything taught to us was in reverse. Like black is the absence of color. But what color? Scratch that. In fact, we're brothers, mitochondrially, but not paternally. It's not absurd to me, does not require surgery. I'm not a hybrid, so there's no manipulating me. I'm not a tyrant, so no power stripped of me. You stole my rights at birth, I stole them back at 18. That's improper, now I'm improper your persona. And on your driver's license, don't put organ donor. It's just one of the devices to put you in a coma. Who they care about?
Savage, the Lady Elizabeth, 3 people working as one with one goal in mind: to defeat, or should I say demolish, the Twin Towers. Hulk Hogan, you talked about the Triangle of Love. Jesse Ventura says there's a problem. Explain.
Well, you know, Mean Gene, you get right to the heart of the matter with that question, brother. It's the love, man, that's going to supercharge the mega powers and tear down the Twin Towers.
Yes, man. What were your thoughts then?
Oh, yeah, Mean Gene, I can still feel the pain when that cold steel bit into Miss Elizabeth's wrist right there. And when her muscles were torn, my muscles were torn. When her bone was bruised right there, I felt the pain. Hulk Hogan felt the pain, and I can still feel the pain right now. And Hulk Hogan, that pain won't stop until the Twin Towers come crumbling down. Oh, yeah, right now tonight on prime time.
It's supposed you would think pop rope, cause it's just that dope. Will I slip up? Nope. You can give up hope at the end of your rope, cause my time getting close. Man, my rhymes kill opponents. Hell no, they don't want it. It's my job, yeah, I'm on it. Yeah, free Tony. And all the real niggas wanna throw your hands in the air, and the police might kill you. Shout out to Michael Brown, it should have been in Central Booking. They really took him down when they thought no one was looking. You throwing lies around like you talking to a real kid. I state just facts. You hate the truth? Well, hate that. You slay dudes? I slay tracks. But I'm a criminal. Where they do that, huh? You can tell how it's looking. They declare war on the black man and woman. Stay woke. Keep looking. Since we all gods, guess who's coming? Real spill? We do numbers. In the game Candyland. In the game Candyland, why were the blacks depicted as a delicacy? And notice the chakras on the gingerbread man. And obviously on no one else. Notice the Moor in Moorish castles. This seems like Iberian architecture. The brown gingerbread man is in their dreams and thoughts. The chakra-colored brown man is the center of attention and is being pointed at on every game board. And notice the movie architecture again. Notice the indigenous brown man, the true owner of this candy land.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Y'all already know it's a serious topic. Pretty much, you already know every time it is. But I mean, I guess we could say this is less knowledge, more serious. You know what I'm saying? Brother say, search Kabatsa TV. You know what I'm saying? What up, Aki? For sure. Peace to the gods, man. You know, Tyre Nichols, Ashe. I mean, you know, and when we were young, we went through what was his name? The police beat down the brother in LA back in the days. Rodney King, right? You know, we went through that as at a young age. Okay. Dang. That's something else there. So, Black History Month was the month that the brother was taken out. That's rough. But yeah, you know, in our youth, we saw Rodney King. We saw the Rodney King beating. You know what I'm saying? You know, we in the day and age now, things are so wild. So much conspiracies go on. We don't know what to believe no more. So you'll hear people say Rodney King was what they call it, false flag. It wasn't quite a false flag. They're trying to say it was fake. They'll say it was fake nowadays. So in 20 years from now, they're gonna say Tyre Nichols was fake. They're gonna say that. You're dealing with one of the #1 conspiracy theorists out there. But I do my due diligence. I just don't just conspire for no reason. You know, I'm not the conspirer. I'm the one that sees it as, you know, as being real. Right? We're the ones being conspired upon. So I think it's wise for us to see when it's truly a conspiracy. But this situation right here, I'm sure we all seen the video footage. You know, if anybody want to press 1 or anything, let me know. You know, that I ain't alone, that y'all saw that video footage. Matter of fact, let me see if I can. Let me post a comment. I'm gonna press 1. For real. I said I seen it, so okay, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Gemini. Yeah. You talking about Simeon Toko? Yeah. Simeon Toko. Yeah, he was a modern Christ. Or something even greater. We don't even know. You know? Yeah, we seen that video of Tyre Nichols. And I know we living in a day and age where everything gets swept under the rug like a conspiracy or like false flags and like it's fake or that was real. And it was, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't nothing good about it. You feel me? brother said you could watch the video on Kabasa TV. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all know I can't play the video. Y'all, if y'all came here to watch the video, you won't see it. You know what I'm saying? I can't give, you know, I ain't gonna get struck down for that. But anyway, I just don't even want to see it. I don't want to promote that. You know? For real. But matter of fact, I kind of wanted to drop the link too, just in case anybody wanted to share their situation as far as their Tyre Nichols situation. I mean, none of us would be able to tell our situation if we actually lived through it and say it's like Tyre Nichols, but it's, you know, something of that nature. You know, they do it all the time. It's definitely happened to me. You know, like I'm pretty sure we all aware I was not always an angel. You know, I was not always a scholar. You know, even though I've always been gifted, I went, you know, I went off track for a while. You know, so I experienced being incarcerated. And that's where they tried to Tyre Nichols me. And I mean, even my last run in on the streets, it seemed like they wanted to do me for no reason. You feel me? They even had me in handcuffs, back seat, about a damn ticket from years ago. You know, they're gonna take me to jail and all this and that. So got me in cuffs in the back seat. When his backup pull up, for whatever reason, they pulled me out the car. And like they need to switch handcuffs. Him and his partner was talking about. He was saying that, you know, we could just handle this shit right here. We ain't even got to do all that paperwork. We could just handle this shit right. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, like they ready to execute me. I ain't never been so ready to go to jail. That make no sense. I'm like, man, y'all, hey, take me to motherfucking booking. Take me to central booking. Take me to jail, man. What is y'all talking about? What is y'all got going? I ain't even cussing, going crazy. It's just like they ran my name and it was over. It was like, you know, but the true Tyre Nichols situation, as far as, you know, going through the hell that I went through in jail, of course. Yeah. Reappeared in the bushes. Yeah, you talking about Simeon Toko. Yeah, people can look up that story. For sure. I might even just pull up something on him right quick. But not yet. Hold on. Let me see. Right. So boom. You know, I was incarcerated, like I said. And some people don't care about people who get arrested. When they get arrested, some people don't care. It's like anything an officer would do would be justifiable. You're a criminal. You know. So crimes are allowed to be committed against criminals, is how they feel. You know, he's playing God, if anything. If that's justifiable, then the people are playing God and trying to deliver the justice. You know what I mean? Whether they know it all or not, they just like, hey, you in jail, you finna get this work. So, you know what I mean? I was still young, I was wild, but that didn't, you know, to me, none of that gave them a reason to be criminals, right? So they got us in already. I'm already in lockdown from getting in a scrap, right? Even my homeboy in lockdown too, but this is like solitary confinement. So nobody is in the same room. You know what I mean? So the officers tripping one day. So they had the food slot open because they finna bring out food in a minute. For some reason, they down there fucking with my homeboy. I only got one homeboy in this whole building. I mean, my co-defendant, my homeboy from the streets. So when they go in his room, fucking with him, you know, I'm pissed off. I'm screaming at the slot. You know, I got some words for him. You know what I mean? I'm calling them pretty much cowards in the worst way. Right. So one of them took it upon himself to leave that room and come up here and see who talking all that shit. So when the officer come up there, you know, he my room was like at a corner. So it was almost kind of hard to tell, was it my room or the one next to me? Right. And for some reason, the dude in the other room, when the officer came up there and said, which one of y'all talking all that shit? The other guy said it was him. And we wasn't even tight. I'm like, what is he doing? So the officer about to get with him, right? Officer like, oh, that's you talking that shit? And I told the officer, nah, it wasn't him. So now the officer confused, like, so who was it then? I told him, I say, shit, it was me. Now what's the consequence? You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I'm in jail. Like, bitch, what the fuck are you gonna do to me? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I pissed him off. You know what I'm saying? In these lockdown situations, you can't even come out the room. The door ain't getting open till they pop it with like electrical up there in the booth. You know what I mean? Up there in the tower where they have to pop your door open electronically. And we've never seen it open no other way. This motherfucker pulled out the biggest pair of keys I ever seen. Slid it in my door. The lock turns. I'm like, I'm shocked by that alone. I know on the streets we, pull out a pair of keys, open the door, but no. In here, everything is electronic. We never seen that. They have to walkie-talkie the tower and tell them to pop the door, and the door pop. No, he pulled out the biggest pair of keys I ever seen, slid them in there, opened my goddamn door. My jaw damn near dropped to the floor. I'm like, damn. And I could know he mean business. This motherfucker, okay. Man, this motherfucker pushed me so hard, I flew to the other end of the room where the bed was. I'm surprised. I'm like, damn. I was 16. I was 17. And I was like, damn, this is a man. Like, I know this motherfucker be in the gym lifting a major weight, like throwing that shit around. Cause he threw my last farther than I ever been pushed. I'm like, oh shit. All right. So now I know he's strong as hell, but I'm mad. And I'm walking towards him. Like, what the fuck wrong with you? XYZ, you know what I'm saying? And I know he gonna push me. And when he pushed me, he still put my ass to the bed. So I'm like, okay. When I get up, I put my foot down as far as right there on the concrete slab. Because you laying on a big slab of concrete. So I use that to, wedge, to support my foot and my foundation. So I put my foot up against that wall, and I know I can't walk towards him because this bitch too strong. Right? And I stand there And I tell that bitch, you know what, he gon', all of a sudden he tell me to have a seat. I'm like, man, I'm in a fighting position and everything. I'm mad as a motherfucker. You got me fucked up. I'm like, man, you should have said that shit when you first came in here. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm ready to lay these hands on him. But, it's an officer. You know what I'm saying? But he already done crossed the line, so he, you know what I'm saying? It should have already been his ass. But irregardless, I'm like, you should have said that when you first came in. And then he said something, slick like he just talking to me. Before I know it, this motherfucker done grabbed my head and kneed me. Boom. Right? But luckily I got a hard head. And it didn't phase me. Instantly when he did that, I hooked his whole thigh. Took him to the air and slammed him on his damn mattress. I wish the mattress was not there. I was mad. Because I slammed the shit out of him. I thought, damn, this mat just saved his ass. So he holding me in the headlock for dear life. I'm trying to slide him off the bed. I slide him off the bed. He think he finna really just fuck me up. So he ain't even calling for backup or nothing. He think he just gonna fuck me up. He got on these tight ass pants like they wear. You know how they wear them officer pants. Them motherfuckers like like slippery type pants. Not as far as when you grab it, but as far as like the walls had paint. So when I stuck him to the wall, I slid him up the wall very easily because of those, silky ass, like shiny ass pants they be wearing. You know what I mean? I slid his ass right up the wall. When I got him up high enough, I dumped his ass again. But I give him credit because this powerful motherfucker kept me in the headlock the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And eventually, this time when I slam him, I'm trying to take them arms off my head because I'm finna beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? This officer ass is grass in my book. Like, I'm finna beat him up. I'm finna fuck your face up. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how you gonna look tomorrow, boy. But right now, I ain't worrying about you. Right? So I'm trying to get his arms off my head. I'm finna break his face. That's when he finally called for backup. He's screaming for him. He's screaming for him. I'm like, I can't believe this. I'm 17. This motherfucker way stronger than me. Way stronger than me. I couldn't, until he got me mad, I couldn't do nothing with him. You know what I mean? So fucking around. When he called all the officers, they leave out my homeboy room who they was already harassing before me. They leave all out of there and come up to my room. And they look wondering like, what the fuck? Because he got me in the headlock. And I started wrestling and fighting with him. And I just put my hands in the air. Trying to, let the other officers know I'm not, resisting. I ain't going crazy or nothing. So he still hold me, whatever. They come. They put me on the ground. They put their knees in my back. They put the handcuffs on. But then they tell their homeboy, because, they steady looking at him like, what the fuck you want to do? You know what I'm saying? Why they got me on my stomach in handcuffs, of course. Like they giving him like the look to let him know, like, do it now, because he walked all the way to the door because they know they got cameras. So he walked to the door like he looking at the camera, making sure. Then he turn around and run at me like, bro, I'm on my stomach in handcuffs, nothing but my face up. This motherfucker kicked me like the first kick of the football game. I'm talking about like a real kickoff. Right up under my chin, up under my throat, damn near in my jaw, with steel-toed boots on. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers do not give a damn about you. I'm talking about, I knew I could take a hell of a blow then. I'm like, I don't think nobody could punch me harder than that. You know what I'm saying? I already know he's strong as an ox. Motherfucker threw me across the room when he first came. I know he's strong as an ox. Motherfucker kicked the shit out of me with steel-toe boots on while I'm in handcuffs. Tried to take my whole fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? So, they fucked me up. Luckily, I kind of seen the kick coming because, I just like screamed and bit down on my teeth at the same time. Like, but like the loudest, you could imagine. Because I knew I was half a second away from getting my jaw broke. You know what I'm saying? Until I felt like I had a dent in my jaw pretty much forever after that. It didn't break, but felt like it bent, like it dented. You know what I'm saying? But I remember eventually, because I know the cameras probably seen a little bit, so they ended up bringing like a day or two later, a detective ended up coming, and trying to talk to me. Because the same officer even came back to my room later on that day, tried to come correct. Like when he came up there, he was like, before he got open the door or anything, like, Mr. Calico, can I please enter your room? Could you please have a seat? All this and that. I'm like, I don't know why you didn't do all that the first time. You know what I'm saying? That would have saved both of us, you know what I'm saying? A whole lot of headache. But yeah, he come in my room. He trying to coerce me to not tell on him. You know what I'm saying? Like to kind of let that just go because I might be questioned by a detective. Because the cameras kind of seen some shit. You know what I'm saying? So eventually the private investigator or whatever ended up coming to ask me, did anything, like basically what happened. And the motherfucker even told me before he listened to anything I gotta say that if he determines that I'm lying, I'm going to jail. Like I'm already in jail, but he's saying I'm gonna get new charges if he determines that I'm lying, And he said he gets to make the decision on if I'm lying or not. It's all up to him. He said, now, do you still want to tell me your side of the story? I said, hell yeah. Because what I'm going to do but tell the exact truth. You know what I mean? One, everything's really on camera. I can't put myself in the right unless I'm in the right. I'm already an inmate. Cameras watching. What can I twist? I can't twist none of the story. I have to tell it like it is. And I ain't give a damn. I told on them motherfucker. He was an officer. But he tried to kick my head off in handcuffs. They're allowed to be criminals because I guess they're dealing with criminals. But anyways, long story short, after about 3 months on their little investigation, they determined the evidence was inconclusive. You know what I mean? So the officer didn't get in any trouble, and I didn't get no extra charges. So obviously, I had to been in the right, or they would have cooked me. You know what I mean? The only thing saved them is all of them gonna stick together. They were one of those officers, you know what I mean, that I thought was all right before that. I thought he was all right. Shit. When that situation happened, not only was he the one holding me in hand, handcuffs with a knee in my back while the other one kicked me in the face, but they all lied on their testimony and said, that I was resisting and doing all this stuff. They cover for each other. They're gonna cover for each other. They're gonna lie if they gotta lie. They're not gonna leave. If they partner lie on paper, they're gonna lie. They're gonna put the same lie on paper. Yeah. So we already know these evil mother suckers are a gang. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Ain't no way around it. And they the biggest gang. You know what I mean? The worst gang. We're gonna have to like bottleneck. Like it's too wide of a path to be an officer. That path has to be bottlenecked. It has become a lot more narrow. You know what I mean? The qualifications had to be thinner. There needs to be an officer shortage because there's not enough good ones any damn way. So it needs to be a shortage of officers, period, because the few good ones are the only ones there should be until further notice. You know what I mean? For real. So there's no reason that people who arrest criminals should become criminals and get away with it. You know what I mean? For real. Like we seen that Tyre Nichols situation. Like I don't want to hear nothing 20 years from now about that was fake, it was a psyop. I say that about a lot of shit, but that ain't fake. You know what I mean? Like that was a brutal, you know what I'm saying, beatdown. Period. Nothing looked fake about that. But like I say, in the future, you're gonna hear dumb stuff coming out of people. You know what I mean, I don't mean to call them dumb because I say this about 90% of the situations. I say they are fake. A lot of them. A lot of them. But this ain't one of them. This is like Sandra Bland to me. This is real. You know what I mean? It's real. So I don't know. I ain't got to be the dead horse. You know, feel me? That's the police job. So you know what I mean? I could drop the mic, man, because it hurt. As far as you know what I'm saying, seeing shit like this keep happening. Like I said, we saw Rodney King. Now these young kids got to see Tyre Nichols. Like the youth don't deserve that. If y'all, you know what I'm saying, understand? Like when we were children, we didn't deserve to see the Rodney King beat down. That shouldn't have been a part of our reality. You know what I mean? In this Tyre Nichols situation, the youth, this shouldn't be a part of their reality, but it is. And then they're going through the social media age where everybody's seeing it. It's not like, at least back in the days, like the movie Menace to Society or whatever. You want to see a dead body? Juice and all them different movies, whatever we were watching, them hood movies. Like that saying right there, you want to see a dead body? Like, if you was in a rough neighborhood at the wrong time of the year, we could actually say that and walk to the alley and maybe see a dead body. These kids can do that on their cell phones. You know what I mean? They can do it on these cell phones. I mean, it's all kind of stuff. Like when I see just like even at establishments, you'll see the TV just running, of course. And they have different shows on all the TVs. You notice everything is provocative. You know what I mean? Women would see through everything on with diamonds instead of underwear and tape over their nipple. And this is broad daylight. And they dancing in twerk. And kids have to see this shit. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit came on at this time of the night. Like we had to stay up all night for BET Uncut to see some shit like that. You know what I mean? And we had to actually want to. You know what I mean? These kids don't even have to want to, and it's there all damn day long. All night. They don't even leave nothing to the imagination for kids to wonder what goes on at night. They got the shit playing all day long. I'm sick of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we be talking about a cancel culture. America is a cancer culture. Yeah, I can't with these people. I'm telling you. Y'all already know. I was just, like I said, I ain't gonna be the dead horse. That's the police job. You know what I'm saying? So, they out there the stallions, and I ain't talking about the Megans. We know a stallion is a male horse, not a female. But they after the stallions. They after them black stallions, the Mustangs. If you don't know, a Mustang is a wild horse, of course. So they after us. They know we the true last of the Mohicans. Don't we know our place now? Don't we know who the true people are on every continent when we speak of certain special people? You know, we the last of the Mohicans, and they still hunting us down. But you already know. Y'all be safe out there. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know, man. Like, we ain't gonna get to use the law against their ass. You know what I mean? They ain't gonna let us use the law against them. They ain't gonna let us do it, a peaceful way, man. For real. Peace to the God, brother. I appreciate you. Like, they know we finally able to outsmart them, out intellect, outthink them. They know we ready for them scholastically, legality, lawfully, like truly in a court of law, able to finally bear on, pull out the sword, because we know the pen is the sword or mightier than the sword. You know what I mean? So that's the true weapon of choice when we're dealing with these people on a lawful level. They're scared of us now. So they're going all the way brutal. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna just use the brawn since we have asserted ourselves, in such a way with the brain. It's always brawn versus brain, and we would even when we were the brawn and they were the brain, we were losing. Now we're the brain, they're the brawn, and we're gonna let them beat us again. It's like, come on now. It's like saying, okay, let's play chess. I'm gonna get the black side. You get the white side. You know, you feel like one color gonna give you a good luck, and you be like, oh damn, he beat my ass. Man, let me get the white side. You get the black side. This motherfucker still beating your ass. It don't matter which side of the table you sit on. Looks like, you know what I mean? Like we got to tighten down. You know, really you don't even need to play with it. There needs to be no more chess being played. Definitely no checkers being played. No more games being played with these folks. You know what I mean? It's time to, man, act like they're not here, even though they're here. It's time to segregate real. You know all of that bullshit they got going on. I don't even want to know who the next president is. Don't tell me that shit. I don't give a, you know, I don't give a two F's. For real. For either president. And my president. You know what I mean? That's real. Yeah, I already been pointing out how you know it's crazy how Queen Elizabeth and the Pope died last year. A lot of people don't know the Pope died. You know, on the last day of the year. So I look at that as that king and that queen died in the same year. You know what I mean? So that's checkmate. It says, man, we up next. That's just that. You know what I mean? The Moors have forced these people back into a position of brawn. No more brain. We the brain. It's back. Now we got to show why that's a position of power. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they're antagonizing us by, you know, doing these kind of acts. You know what I mean? So R.I.P. Tyre Nichols. You feel me? Tyre, I shake. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to pull this on that right now. Fuck that. I'll wipe it up. Peace to the God, man. Hey, I got to get my brother D'Angelo's on here too, y'all. Y'all already know. Let him know. You know what I'm saying? Let my brother right here know. We got to do a video. You know what I'm saying? Like this, one of the coldest Aboriginal Moors collecting the information out there. We could just do a rundown on a lot of the best posts he got on Facebook, and it's gonna blow your mind. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? So shout out to my brother. Okay, I got Cherokee Outlet popping up. I appreciate you too, sis. For real. But like I said, y'all need to be safe out there, and you know, these people trying to throw us off our, you know, off our stride. We're moving in a good direction, for real. Exactly, man. Real. Yeah, man. You know, we call that tender. Tender D. Not damn sure not me when I say D Calico. You know what I mean? But definitely real tender. Oh yeah, all is well, so it's all is well. I was just speaking on the time, like I say, the time they tried to Tyre Nichols me. Shit, they don't give a damn. Like for real, man. No matter how young you are, old you are, they'll do it. You know what I mean? They do it for recreation. They cowards, man. Like it's been times like where the officer say, okay, I remember, like I say, got in trouble when I was young, so I got out on probation. Right? And then on the probation, I remember, like you can't even get a ticket on probation. You're going to jail. You have to go to jail. So when they get me with a ticket, he said, well, I'm gonna have to take you to jail. He said, could you turn around and, put your hands behind your back? I said, all right. And he's so lame, he's so soft, We can tell they bitches, they just got a weapon. And I don't mean all of them. We know some of them might be tough or even big as hell, whatever. But you know who bitches. And this was a bitch. But I wasn't tripping. I ain't want to have to go to jail, but shit. What the fuck can I do? You know what I mean? I gotta take it like a man, take it in stride. So I put my hands on my back. As soon as he put my handcuffs, he changed. You know what I mean? Jacking me up, just doing all. I'm like, damn. Like, bro, I let you put me in handcuffs, man. Like, why is you doing it? Like, he went to getting like ugly. Man, I was so mad with him. I felt like I told him I'd knock him out with my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to damn near show him. I'm about to hit him with my shoulders like this football or something, man. Like, man, I got my hands behind my back. You doing all this? Like, you was just a chump. I could tell you was a chump before I put these handcuffs on. I don't understand why you even, treat me this way all of a sudden. But yeah, they cowards. You know what I mean? So I don't know what we could do when they come in numbers. Whenever we catch them in 5 and 8 deep, I don't know what we can do because they really gonna be nasty. They nasty by themselves. You know what I mean? When they got you in a when they got you in a position of power, when they got you in them handcuffs, and that's what they'll do by themselves. They'll be a nasty motherfucker. So I don't know what in the world can we do if we get in a situation with 5 to 8 of these motherfuckers. They gonna be nasty. They're gonna be the man, your ass, man. Wherever they having their donuts and their coffee, stay away from over there. Because if you in an area where a lot of them gonna pull up on you, you in trouble. Because one of these motherfuckers is nasty, man. It's like rolling the dice. You might get one every now and then. It's not nasty. Good. Whew. But you ain't gonna find 5 of them and not encounter nasty. You're not gonna find 8 of them and be like, none of them were evil. No. You're gonna see a lot of evil. For real. So yeah, they need to bottleneck, the qualifications to be an officer. It's too wide. You know what I mean? They need to narrow that down. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all you, for real. I had dropped the link if anybody got a situation where the boys in blues tried to Tyre Nichols you. For real, salutes. Exactly. Hey, make sure you share this for me on Facebook, brother. You know what I mean? I definitely appreciate it. Exactly. Black police showing up for the white cop. You ain't lying. Yep. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, like other than police officers, man, security guards is some bitches too. You know what I mean? I know some of y'all might be security guards. Just like some of y'all might be officers. So just because you're a security guard or an officer does not make you a bitch. And it does not make you tough. Well, let me stop lying. It does make you motherfuckers tough. You know what I mean? Putting that uniform on, put that badge on, put that gun on, makes you tough. Putting that black security guard shirt on with all these other fat motherfucking big ass security guard makes you motherfuckers tough. So, I retract that. It does make you motherfuckers. That shit there make you motherfuckers tough. Other than that, you ain't tough. And if you is, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm saying? That don't make nobody scared of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So, other than, like I said, police officers, security guards is a problem too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all motherfuckers, y'all got to tighten up too. Everybody got the same mentality once they get in these positions. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Everybody. I just don't get it. It's just like, let's say a manager at a job. It's a shame that most managers ain't no good. But all of them ain't like that, So it's crazy. But people get these positions of power. You know what I mean? Even the young niggas on the block, they get a gun, they ain't just a young nigga no more. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't just a little youngin' from the hood. No. No. He a threat now. You know what I'm saying? He a drill son and all this and that. He probably the biggest threat because he a fool with it. So, I don't know. People mad. People weak. Got a little bit of power. You know what I mean? But definitely R.I.P. Tyre Nichols, and I hope justice gets served. I hope it don't just be one of them situations where they get fired from that police force, go to another one. You know what I'm saying? For real. I don't think Black Lives Matter said nothing about this one, huh? We ain't heard Black Lives Matter stand up for this. I don't get it. What happened? It's black on black violence. They can't do that. Like, even with a black officer, they can't speak on their guys. Damn. Shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm one of the people that said the George Floyd situation could have been a psyop. But like I said, this Tyre Nichols situation ain't no fake. It's just like Alton Sterling. It's just like Sandra Bland. Some of them real situations. Peace to the goddess. Peace to all the goddesses. All the gods. For real. That's see, that's the whole point of having a heavy heart. They try to have us having a heavy heart so it won't weigh up against that feather of truth. You know what I mean? And keep tying our soul back to this realm. Right? See, if we're not tied to this realm, then somebody can ashe you. You feel me? And possibly be granted what they're asking. You know what I'm saying? And in their heart, what their heart desire. You know what I mean? So that's the point of being a god. You know what I mean? But as long as we stuck in the reincarnation realm, we got to be gods on earth, because that's the only way we can help one another. You know what I mean? Got to be gods on earth. Damn right. Dang. Hey, you might have to get them to come, do a show with me at PNF or something. You know what I'm saying? The person you know, just so we can speak on that. Yeah, man. So I've been making music like that too. Like I know they wouldn't want me to be that artist. They wouldn't want me to be that artist because it's already music that coincides with the tragedies because the tragedies are reoccurring. So if you make a song for one dang tragedy, that song gonna come back in usage every year if you're paying attention. You know what I mean? So they wouldn't want mine because it'd be like a war cry. You know what I mean? It'd be like a war cry. It'd be like hearing that drum that matched the drum and the beat of your heart. Turn you up, you know what I'm saying? But we don't need to do it foolishly. Like we don't need to do it with Braun, but to the ones that like the brain, you're gonna do the Braun anyways, man. Do it right. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And eventually you will get the brain. You're a melanated king or queen. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get it. Your light bulb is gonna come on. Don't give a damn if you're a late bloomer. It's better to have known than to have never known. That's for real. Telling you, man, I don't even. Oh man, have we ever seen anything worse? Come on, man. They put a dead body on the booking photo. Like we stupid. They put a dead body on the booking photo, man. The unalive body. You know what I'm saying? You know how they want to say this? Allegedly. But we know, I ain't saying allegedly because it's fake. It ain't fake. I'm saying allegedly, because they haven't been brought to crime and found guilty, which they should. They should be rotting in hell, you know? And that's my opinion. You know what I mean? So, R.I.P. Tyre Nichols, R.I.P. Michael Sterling, R.I.P. Sandra Bland, all of them legends. And, since this is the month of, MLK's assassination, my brother L. God pointed that out. Yeah. That my brother L. God pointed out. You know what I'm saying? El Haj Malik Shabazz Ashe. You feel me? Since this the month of his assassination, he's transitioning. Like, it's wicked. That's why nobody wants to be a martyr. Nobody wants to truly be wise enough to lead the people because it's leading them to a grave. And we all got a grave. You know what I mean? Like, you got people dying younger than that, man. You got all these King Vons and all these young rappers. I don't know. Like, I don't think none of them making it to 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? Not no drill rapper. No drill rapper making it that old. The only way you're gonna make it that old if he went to jail most of his life. You know what I'm saying? real. Hey, but like I say, brother, man, you definitely need to link up and help wake up the Aboriginal community. You know what I'm saying? With some good Moorish science, some should I just say some good science from some Moors. You know what I mean? But y'all already know what it is. Ain't nothing but love. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love, for real.
Uh-huh. This ain't no military secret. They don't care. As I stared down the darkest road, I had to come to the conclusion that that road is home. And we only in this position cause this world is wrong, and I gotta carry the torch to my babies.
Yo,
Yo, I gotta pause it.
yo, salute,
Look like we
salute, man.
going into the 10th inning, man. We're going into the 10th inning. You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Salute to the
how
God,
long you been
Lord Damon in the building. What's going on?
chilling, man? How long you been live for?
It's just been an hour now.
All right, yeah, yeah. I see you talking about the Tyre Nichols joint, yo.
Yeah, man. Like, really, the question is, like, have they ever tried to Tyre Nichols you, brother? I'm just saying, like, have you ever been through some crazy shit with them people?
I mean, to be honest, I can't say that I would did anything different from the police. If I was in the police position, I think I would have did the same thing.
You would held a vendetta about a female and
No,
talk
it's
to.
not about a female. It's about according to nature. Once a man tell you that a bitch is off limits, never. It's not about the woman. It's about between us men. If a man tell you a woman is off limits, according to nature, the only time you get access to that woman is if you're willing to spill blood for it. You know what I'm saying? Like in nature, we respect that you can't become between a mama bear and a baby bear, or the consequence could be death. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, we don't acknowledge that in nature, once you come between a male breeder and the female breeder, the consequence could be death, just as the same. Like, how come we don't respect that aspect in nature? Like, you don't have the right as a baby bear to stop being to change the relationship between your mama bear. And you, as a female mammal, don't have the right to say, oh, I changed my mind. It don't work like that in nature.
So fill me in on what is the situation? What am I missing?
I
What
mean,
happened with
I
Tyreek?
blame I blame I blame
I
the
seen
baby mama. I
I
blame
seen
the
the beat
baby mama.
I seen the beat down. Like, I don't know how you could just
I seen the beat down too, but I blame the baby mama because you know that your baby father is a killer, and then you choose to put this man's life at risk because you want some male attention instead of just humbling yourself and acknowledging the fact that that the man that is the father of your child is a killer. So you don't have no freedom, woman. She caused that man to die.
so Tyree Nichols was a gangster?
No, the police officer, he was smashing one of the police officers that was his baby mom's.
Oh,
So
so
it's not about
she was in a love triangle.
yeah, so it's not about whether or it's not about the woman. It's man code. You know what I'm saying? And that's why so many of the men, that's why the EMTs, that's why all of those police officers, that's why they were so willing to go along with it. Because according to nature in the male mind, aside from the dynamic of being police, just as men, all men all over the world, outside of the fact that they was being police, they all instinctively in any other country that wouldn't be no controversy. In any other country, they would accept that, oh, well, he was fucking his wife. Oh well. You know what I'm saying? In any other country, they would accept it that That's what happens when you have sex with someone else's baby mom. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, the baby dad should never accept no shit like that. Now, if you telling me the nigga that came and got the pussy from, that got the baby daddy's pussy, you trying to tell me the baby daddy gotta respect that shit?
Nah, I ain't no. I'm saying that according to nature, once a male mammal offers his protection to a woman and he's going to be with a woman, the condition is that if anything happens to this woman, I'm supposed to put my life on the line. So therefore, there's no backseas. Once I make that agreement, like, no, there is no autonomy. You forfeit your autonomy when you give your body to a man as a woman, let alone if you have his child. Autonomy is forfeit.
So the woman is to blame.
Yes.
Hey,
Because you knew the man, because you knew your baby father had a gun and rode around the city and was a gangster, and you knew what could happen to any man that wanted to be with you. So she consciously made a decision to put that boy's life in jeopardy. You understand?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
it's tangled where we weave. I know what you mean. And a female would know that, you know what I'm saying? Would know that better than anybody and pull a man in that situation. You know, real. I done seen it.
I don't do that, son. I don't talk to women that belong to no other man. And any woman, yo, I swear to God, any woman that ever put my life in jeopardy because cause she think that, oh, if she give me attention it's gonna make her man jealous. I might feel that I might, whatever I do to her man, I might do to her too, because you making me feel like you putting my life in on line. Fuck out of here. Like, we not cannon fodder for these bitches.
So she was an evil one, huh?
I'm not saying she was evil. I'm saying that
Yeah.
she wasn't
She ain't
shit.
got, yeah, she with man, she evil. Even if she ain't like she ain't gotta be a nagging type of woman. She's really what she do. Them words, I'd rather have a woman just nag me with words. But to backstab you and do you like that, man, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I just don't like. I mean, I don't know the whole details, but on what, like, I look at the psych, like, come on, look at the psychology. So she sleeps with a, so she has a child for a tough guy that has guns and walks around with a certain type of demeanor to him, and then she leaves him and then go be with 150-pound scrawny dude that work at FedEx. Like, come on, these bitches be one because they don't want to submit to the position, so she rather deal with a cornball, 150-pound nigga.
Yeah, I mean she knew he was food for the other dude. Like
Yeah,
like most like most women, at least when they get ready to try to get away from a dude, they'll get another dude that's bigger than his ass. You know what I'm saying? Bad
yeah.
as hell. I know what you mean. Women use men like in different ways. It's crazy as hell.
And then she knew because probably if she would have got with a gangster, then the gangster probably would have killed her baby father. So it's like she deal with what's safe. Like, yo, if you a safe man, you shouldn't even have no woman. If you're not capable of killing nobody, you shouldn't even be with a woman.
So what should happen to the officer?
The
All
officer,
of all
I
of
mean,
them.
I mean, as far as what they was wrong in the fact that they was on duty, that they defiled the sanctity of their position as law enforcement. But as far as individual men, I don't feel that I would have did nothing different. Like, don't not what I would have did different. I would have waited till I was off duty. I would have followed it home. You know what I'm saying? I would have laced them up more sophisticated than that. But I wouldn't defile it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not supposed to defile an institution of, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a public servant, your job is to do public service, not to do vendettas on duty. That should have been done off duty. He could have linked up with his boys in blue. They could have followed the man home. You know what I'm saying? They could have been more smart with it. They shouldn't have did that on duty.
That's real. I ain't gonna lie, like they definitely fuck niggas in my book. You know what I'm saying? Now I know what you're saying as far as mono y mono type shit, but like that man wasn't even up for that. I ain't gonna lie, like that's why I be telling people like on that like boxing, like a person might be 150 pounds. He literally might have to fight Tyson Fury in the real world. You know what I'm saying? But in boxing, you know, it's set up like that for a reason because people should not have to fight people that's twice their size. You know what I'm
Like
saying?
I got a 17
Real
year old.
world. It's
I
the
got a
real world.
17. I got a 17-year-old. He got a girl. He like to wear jewelry and run around act like he somebody. And I'm like every day I'll be like, nigga, you did your push-ups. Like you got your weight up. Like being a man in nature, you gotta have mass. I'm sorry. Like we respect nature. If you don't got no muscle, you shouldn't be with no woman. Period.
Mm. Hey, that's that. Hey, that's a good code. That's a good one.
Cause niggas gonna try you. Niggas gonna try you, and you gotta be able to back niggas down.
It's so I'm saying, but let's be honest, man. Most of these niggas on steroids, man.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm saying?
steroids ain't never stopped no bullet though.
Yeah, yeah. You feel me? Like I've been seeing a lot of motherfuckers. I just know, man. Ain't no way. It just ain't no way. The human body ain't it don't look like that, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, do some push-ups. I done seen people that could do 500 push-ups. Goddamn 500 pull-ups.
And they be
500,
slender,
you
and they
know,
be cut up and slender.
they don't even look like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah. There's some steroids out here.
Yeah, but I just wanted to put that out on the airwaves because I don't think nobody's acknowledging that perspective because everybody talking about the Tyre Nichols shit, but nobody's talking about how come all of them, like literally all of the men, even the white dude, even the EMTs, they was like, yeah, get that motherfucker. You
Ain't that some
understand?
shit? Ain't that some shit?
Yeah, because male psychology is like, because according to it's a foreign concept to us. Like even like they talk about on the news, you see all these young teenage boys, they be using violence on these girls when these girls try to break up with them because it's a foreign concept. It's unnatural for a female mammal to give her body to a male mammal and change her mind all of a sudden. They don't that's not natural, son. So in nature it would be that would be a unusual reaction, and that's what you see demonstrated in male psychology. Like
So,
women really think that they got the right to change their mind once they give their body to a man.
hey, so what's the in true nature or in the true spirit of nature, you know, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. If you know, if these motherfuckers go to jail, wouldn't they get justice? Like, wouldn't justice be served, you know, all around the board like thoroughly too? Because you ain't gonna get no one ass whooping in jail. I
They
promise
they need to be locked up for for or for doing some corruption, some police corruption shit. But I don't know. I don't know if I would charge them with murder. I don't see that as murder, man. Like you chose to have sex with a woman
you.
to have a child for another
You
man.
know, I'm gonna let you be the devil's advocate today, man. I ain't gonna lie, you all right though. You all right, cause I know it's something about whatever you might be saying. I'm gonna let you be the devil's advocate. 'Cause normally I be the devil's advocate, you know, just to see both
That,
sides.
like
But
it's hypocrisy. It's really hypocrisy that we as human beings we could accept that we don't
ain't
become
nothing
between
I
a
see.
mama bear and a baby bear, but it's okay to come
But
between the male progenitor and the female progenitor. No, it's not.
bro, like doing that to a person because they weaker is bitch made though. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's cowardly as hell. Like I know I done been in that position. Ain't no way. When they put you in them handcuffs, for them to do anything extra is they cowards. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing you're supposed to do to a person in that position. Like you might as well be you know what I'm saying? The mob might well tie me up and you know do all the extra crazy shit. Like what kind of sense this make? You feel me? You got me, you know, bound and shackled. What is there next? What should you do next? Motherfucker, nothing. Take me to central booking. You know what I'm saying? Fuck my
Yeah,
day
he
up like
wasn't even.
that.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't even supposed to be arrested in the first place because he didn't break no like civil laws. You feel me? Like, so like they didn't have a right to do nothing to him as police officers. That's what I'm saying. The crime wasn't them as men. The crime was them using their badges.
Hmm. I mean, yeah, all definitely. That's what I'm saying. The badge is the only on the badge and the gun is the only reason they got him in handcuffs to
Yeah.
ultimate violence. You feel me? But like you say, if it would have been a actual scrum with, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, obviously no badges, not even a gun. What you know what I'm saying? But bring your ass. You see me, I see you type shit. You know, instead of freeze. Okay, now you got me. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take you in, and now I'm gonna fuck you. No, no, no. Fuck me up like this UFC since you so bad. You know what I mean? Do this shit like it's UFC. Don't do this shit like it's goddamn. You know what I mean? Hey, put your hands behind your back. I'm about to take you in, and then fuck me up. Nah,
Mhm.
that's just, you know what I mean? That's definitely abusing a little power.
But on the same token, too, it's the bigger problem is the standard procedure of law enforcement having the authority to undermine the autonomy of men. You know what I'm saying? Never mind the Tyre Nichols motherfuckers. Just the standardized procedure of it being a normal, it's just normal every day that the police have the right to stop grown men and interrogate them as if they have authority. When in fact, the police are public servants, and you as a man, you would be more akin to like a lord or a king. You know what I'm saying? So from that perspective, it's like it's way out of pocket right now because the whole dynamic is misconstrued between law enforcement or these policy enforcers and the people. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's not like we could just say, oh, um, we want to make it just a mainstream procedural change because on one hand, it's like even though we understand that the public servants are supposed to act in a certain way when they dealing with us nobility and the lords of the land, still in the same token, I can't say that the people that accept the government authority over them deserve any better treatment. You know what I'm saying? Because you accept the government as your lord and master, then I can't really I can't feel for you know what I'm saying? Like I I don't think that the policy should change. I think that slaves should be treated like slaves. You feel me? But I think that as a when it applied to us people that know who we really are, they're supposed to be like I know this sound controversial, but there is supposed to be rules for thee and not for me. You know what I'm saying? So like the way how like if the King Charles was to be driving down Memphis or Prince Harry or somebody and they see him and then they clear traffic for him and they give him a police escort, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how they're supposed to be interacting with us. They're not supposed to be having the presumption that they have any form of authority over us in any shape or manner, you know? To just be detaining niggas. Like, who are you? You a security guard. You a hall monitor, and I'm the damn principal investor in the damn corporation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a shareholder. Like, imagine you, like, you think when Elon Musk go to Tesla that the security guards talk to him like they have authority over him? You feel me? And that's the dynamic that is normalized between the lords of the land and the police, and that's wrong.
Yeah, yep. Cherokee. I heard she was a snowbird. That's the first thing I heard. But that didn't take my love away from the person as far as like 'cause it's just sick. You feel me? That shit was worse than Rodney King, damn near. You know what I'm saying? The
Rodney
same
King
type
was
of shit.
fake. Rodney King,
I
yo, Rodney King.
said, I said that before you came on here that people have been saying that now. We say that type of shit now, 20 years later. I said they're gonna be saying this 20 years later too. You feel me? They're gonna be saying 20 years from now, they were telling me Tyre Nichols is fake when I begged to differ. You know what I'm saying? Like I say a lot of this shit be fake. Like I'm one of the people that pointed out the George Floyd shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit real.
I mean, I
But
think Rodney King definitely got his ass beat. I ain't saying that the ass
oh, you said, yeah, you said it's a psychological operation. I understand that part. Yeah, but people don't be understanding the psychological operation don't mean people don't die. You
It
know,
was an
organs.
economic grab. That's what it was. That was the whole purpose of the LA riots. It was so that they could restructure the society. Because what happened after the LA riots? You see all of that. I mean, you already had the people from the south of the border gentrifying the black neighborhoods, but the LA riots was like another tipping point that just basically from the time of the LA riots to now, you go to certain neighborhoods out there, it's not black neighborhoods no more. You know?
Yep, yep. The sister Cherokee said it sound like a setup, you know, from the white girl. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like for one, she knew the treachery that she was doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a motherfucker who really messed with a killer, period. Like you say, he's just a killer with a badge. But it wouldn't matter if he was just a killer, period. He don't mean no one motherfucker. Like, you know, he looking for this shit every weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like he really a fool or damn nut. You know what I'm saying? And then she won't even tell you. But you know what I'm saying? It's gonna bring you around that kind of fire. Yeah, bitches like that.
Mm-hmm. All because she wanna feel pretty. Your life
Or
is worth
safe.
being thrown away because
Whatever.
she wanna feel pretty.
Hmm. Yep, she gonna move right on. She if you lucky, she'll get a little small tattoo with your name on it. You know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. Tyree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want none of that fake love, man. I swear. You know what I'm saying? For real.
But that's because simp culture is so prevalent in the black community. You don't got no business fucking with no insubordinate woman that tore apart a family. She should have been with her damn baby daddy, but she wanna run around in FedEx. Like, come on, how much a police officer make in Memphis anyway? Like, what the fuck? Just doing that FedEx. Sit your ass down. Go make some
Hey,
mayonnaise sandwiches. She white, right? You know what I'm saying?
hey, man, man. When I was young, I thought I was gonna be a player all my life until I just, you know what I'm saying. This world is wicked, man. Nobody, a nigga ain't got time to be playing with people. You know what I'm saying? You gonna
Yeah,
get where
never.
you at and stay there, man. For real.
Shit. And it's not even like, and it's not only about being a tough guy and nothing like that. This is just the fact of nature. Because in the same token, like say you was a young dude, right? Whether you a tough guy or not, that's besides the point. Like say you was just a young dude or you a random dude and you at the laundromat or somewhere, wherever you supermarket, you meet some gorgeous ass chick and she tell you she don't got no man and you ain't start dating her yet. But you
I can't
just
believe that.
you just got her number and then you find out that oh she got a psycho neighbor like a
Stalker.
literal a
Stalker.
psycho stalker that literally like killed somebody and came out and he got committed to the G building so he didn't have to do no bid and he came out and now he's a stalker.
Bro,
Even though it's not her man and he don't got no right to claim that woman, you as a man, if you choose to deal with that woman, then there's a risk that something could happen to you
bro,
dealing with that man.
bro. I only deal with beautiful women, so like I already expect that they got a stalker. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I ask them how many. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like how many stalkers you got? You know what I'm
But that's
saying?
what I'm saying. But as a man, in order for you to have the right to access that woman, you have to overcome that obstacle. Or you have to just leave it alone altogether. But it's no like that's what I'm saying. That's a condition of dealing with the female. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we become so accustomed to relying on on the police system to do our to subsidize our role as men as protectors.
I think you might win that. Yep. Make another buy home. Have a good car. Yeah. Yep. Real. Hey, Lord Damien, I don't know what happened to your mic though.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now though.
Yeah. Nah, I was saying like it don't matter if the girl in the neighborhood like you and she want to be with you. If the goons in her neighborhood said you not allowed to come over here, you can't be
We,
around here, then
we.
it's it's a wrap. You don't have a
Yeah,
right to talk to her. It don't matter whether she wants you or not.
man.
The goon
Bro,
said you
you
can't
said a
come over
mouthful.
here.
Bro, you said a mouthful. I remember when I was a youngster. I remember, we done met these, these girls down there in basically where all the clubs at. And, we ended up walking from there to the projects. You feel me? And shoot, they was going that way. Long story short, we went that way with them. God dang it. Hey, so, we done asked them all these questions walking around while we was, where all the clubs was at when we was, just strolling through, right? We done talked about everything, asked them do they got boyfriends and shit. Nah, we ain't got no boyfriends, and, all that kind of shit. Like they single as a motherfucker. So shit, y'all going that way, we going that way. That's good, right? Man, we get over there. Soon as we get there, man, all the niggas in the hood hang on their front porch. You feel me? I be like, you know what I'm saying? Like you could say you ain't a hoe, you could say you ain't fucking with none of these niggas. All that, man, I ain't got no time for that. I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. Like this the first and last time all y'all gonna see me. You know what I'm saying? I'm here now, but you won't see me no more. I ain't coming over here.
Mhm.
This ain't it. You know
And
what I'm
this is
saying?
what I'm saying. Without the system, without the occupational government system, the only way you would have had the right to even be over there is if someone else gave y'all permission to be over there, not the girl. You feel me? It would have had to been position from the permission from the OGs or somebody that's a respected male of the community. You feel me? And that's how the natural that's how control of access to women has always been in the world, in the natural society. Like it's always been like that, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Hey, cheer, man. I ain't even gonna say nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, she must be a 10. Show to you a 10 or whatever. I'm just saying, cause ain't no motherfucking way. Boy,
Like you see
nigga.
that? Like you
Yeah,
see
you
what
see,
she
you
just
see that
said?
comment? That's what I'm saying. You see that comment?
And
Boy.
then it's just crazy. And it's crazy that me as a man, if I shoot a nigga in the face for doing some shit like that, then they look at me like as if I'm like if that's not natural. Like if I didn't have the right. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm walking with my woman and a man, like in nature, you got the right to kill that motherfucker. That's not wrong.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
That's no
I was
different
definitely.
from that's no different from somebody trying to kidnap your child. If you're walking down the street and as a woman and somebody try to snatch your baby, it's the same shit. But because we got the government in our way, we not allowed to really be men in the natural sense. Yo, your mic on?
No, my bad. Yeah, I was just saying that's crazy, bro. Like, man, the motherfucker better never, like you said, motherfucker better not try no shit like that. Cause my first response was, a nigga gonna bang on him. And when I say bang on him, it don't necessarily mean shoot him, but that's one of the options when you say bang. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because I mean, I just don't give a nigga a benefit of the doubt. You take an inch, I think you trying to work on taking a mile. So I just nip shit in the butt one time. Because if you the type of nigga that you was savage enough to fucking try to talk to a woman in front of a man, there's no telling what debauchery you capable of. So I think it's just best to just remove them type of degenerate people from the equation. You know what I'm saying? Like you got like a nigga that will try to talk to a woman in front of her man is the same type of dude that or steal from his friend's house. You know what I'm saying? People like that, come on, that's subhuman behavior. And subhuman behavior is not worthy of reason. You feel me?
Yeah, that's wicked. I ain't gonna lie, like that's wild. But I can believe it though. I mean, put like this. I remember some shit like that when I was maybe about 13. You know what I'm saying? Because the chick I was with, she was my age, but girls look more mature, so she's so fine that all the older niggas wanted, and she didn't look like she was my age. She looked older than me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, I'm like, hey, she with me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a young as hell. But man, as a grown man, somebody playing like that, boy, that's rough. That's rough.
And I show you how like twisted they got us in this country because in any other country, if you was like a 14-year-old boy or 14-year-old man and you with your woman and then a 50-year-old man, like a 50-year-old man know to respect you as a man with with your woman at 14 years old. You feel me? Like it's only in this country where we taught like we not supposed to be dominant as men all the time.
Yeah, that's my bad. Yep, no respect. That's what it is, really. Damn,
I mean,
she say she have to stop it. Well, I'm glad she's smooth, but that's like, yeah, somebody gonna have to stop. This is gonna be murder.
yeah,
Man, like,
and that's an honorable position for her because a lot of women they don't even have that sense or that not even sense, but they just don't have that composure or you know what I'm saying ability to like move rationally in a situation like that because a sensible woman could diffuse the situation and then because a nigga like me I better not be strapped because I feel I got the right to put you down because you shouldn't be trying to disrespect me in front of my woman. You feel me? It's not about the woman, it's about me and you disrespecting me as a man. It's not whether or not she would even give you a chance. You feel me? So a lot of times it's for the woman. Like they had a scene in the Wolverine movie. It was a scene where Wolverine he was driving with his girl, and then some dude like was blocking him from like he had his car parked, and then Wolverine hopped out the car. He was about to like pop on the dude, and then the girlfriend she knew that Wolverine is a killer, so she jumped in the middle of the guys, and you know what I'm saying. She used her feminine powers to like you know what I'm saying, de-escalate the situation. Like these females, they like that's a skill that a lot of women need because in a lot of instances, dudes like if it was two dudes in the car and the other dude would have came over, then it would have looked like it was escalating. But because she was a woman, she was able to come over and jump in the middle of the situation and de-escalate it. You feel me? And that's a skill that a lot of more women need to, you know what I'm saying, like have under their belt that would prevent, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit from going down. And then sometimes it even be the opposite. It be instances where women they might have inadvertently or unconsciously or consciously even did something to actually cause the dude to disrespect the guy she's with. Whether it be something she wearing, looking deep in the nigga eyes, or just, or not acting submissive, giving some type of signal to the guy to make it think to him that it's okay to come and talk to her, even though he see her with a guy. You feel me?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, some retarded nigga. Like I got homeboys that have done that to people. You feel me? But I'm just saying, like, not me. Like, ain't nobody ever play with me like that. You feel me?
I mean, everybody, I know at once in your life, if you've been somewhere and it was a girl so beautiful that when you first saw her, you didn't even notice that it was a nigga right next to her for like the first 2 seconds.
Facts, facts.
He was like, oh shit, my bad. I ain't even see you, homie. The nigga like, I'm standing right here. How the fuck you ain't see me?
Nah, you're right though. Like sometimes, man, like it be times like, it just be like I got, young homies that be players, and if they wasn't my homie, I probably would have took the girl. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like this done been situations like that. But it'd be like, hey, I'm happy for you, little homie. You know what I'm saying? But you could tell that they almost done bit off more than they can handle. Like they really got them, you know, a real one over there, boy. You know what I'm saying? I done seen, you know how it be when you're a young nigga, man. You get older women sometimes. It just be like that.
Oh, you bit off more than you could chew.
You know what I'm saying? That was sometimes I done assume about certain people. You feel me? Because I'm really talking about like maturity and all. You feel me? Be like, man, this dude is really a goofy. You know what I'm saying? In a lot
Yeah.
of different ways. But he got a superstar woman all of a sudden. I don't know where he found her. And I don't think he gonna have it too long because he is a goofy. You know
I
what I'm
mean, I
saying?
don't know. I'll be looking at the girls as goofies. Like that. I don't look at it like he got a I
Yeah,
don't look at it
she gotta be a
as
goofy too. I know what you mean. Till you
yeah,
even
like
fuck with her. You're like, what the fuck you doing with
like
him? You know?
I done seen some gorgeous bitches, and I seen like the niggas that they like. If I see your ex, I'm like, oh nah, that turned me off. Like I wouldn't fuck with like, nah,
Look,
shorty, that's your speed. I'm out of your league. Then if that's the type of niggas you fuck with,
hey,
then I'm out of your
hey,
league.
I don't want it. I don't want it. You're right. Hey, I do that. I'm big on that type of shit. So what I'm saying is, back I was already talking about the jail situation earlier. So what I'm saying is, in jail, niggas lie like a motherfucker. That's the main thing most niggas in there do. All they do is lie all day. So you will never know if the nigga really telling the truth because everybody had a brick, everybody had $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had it all. You know what I'm saying? So a dunk on 28s and all that. You feel me? So what I'm saying is, it'll be some of the ugliest dudes you ever seen in your life. I'm talking about it was a dude that's so ugly. He talking about how he balling on the streets and how bad his motherfucking woman is and all this kind of stuff. Man, when we went to court, he was, boy, I don't know what he got on the streets, but I know his woman was everything he said she was. Boy, you hear me? I'm talking about. And this nigga was, oh man, I'm talking about, it must be the money. You know what I say? It's got to be the shoes. Like, man, boy, it got to be the money, man. Because ain't no way, man. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but
Like,
sometimes
how
women
do
could
women
tell.
overlook that? How do women just overlook anything and just get that money? They just do it. They
But
want
it
the money.
also too be sometimes like women could tell like when you like they could just tell by the way you walk and like if you know how to use your meat. You know what I'm saying? So like if a woman could really sense that you know how to use your meat, like that kind of like make up for the like the ugliness, you know?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, some of them, they just so ugly to the point they probably nasty in bed to the point that women love that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Just nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfucking doing shit I would never. I'm just saying, you feel me? They just like that. You know what
Damn,
I'm
that's
saying?
funny because I'm just imagining like you remember that movie Critters? Like I'm just imagining that's what the homie face looked like.
Man, I'm talking about man, dude look like one of them damn characters of Mario Brothers. I'm talking about one of them big giant ugly ass Oompa. It ain't no Oompa Loompas. I forgot what they called. But you know, one of them people related to Bowser and them. Talking about damn man, bald head with it too, man. Look like look like the first man, like a Cro-Magnon man. I'm talking about man, my boy is so ugly, man. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. But he definitely had a top notch woman. No lie. And I'm talking about the next time we seen him go to court, he was on the street. Man, he had fur coat on and everything. I'm talking about he was looking like everything he said. You feel me? But in jail, you'll never know because everybody say the same shit. You know, and like I say, everybody had a brick, everybody had $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Dunk on 28s, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that shit weird to
Yeah,
me, though.
Cooper Troopers. My boy in the building. Peace to God. Yep. Tell him, Kiera. For real. Like that's dangerous. That's why, you know, when a nigga don't if me personally, if I let you dress like that, I don't care about you. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know you like that and all that kind of shit. You know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
used to be like that too, but now I can't even. You can't go outside with me if you dress like. You can't be seen with me like if you
No, I'm
like
saying,
that.
yeah, I'm saying maybe if I don't motherfucking if I don't, you know, if I don't know you like that, I don't care. I don't care. You know, I ain't got no heartstring attached to your ass. I don't care. For one, I'm Robbie wrong for even opening my mouth because you know what I'm saying. I don't care, and that's you know what I'm saying. Your business. So it's like whatever you want to do, you know. But that ain't like no, I can't. If I care anything about you, I wouldn't like that.
I
Yeah.
don't care whether I care or not. You not putting my life at line because you want to come outside looking slutty. It ain't about you at all, bitch. It's about my safety.
Man, you gonna do a lot of turning around, boy. Hey, cause they think they showing out for you. They dressing like that for you, but like that's the crazy thing about it. Like, thanks to social media and all that, it's like women are literally wearing the shit that they supposed to be wearing, saving for Valentine's Day for they love, they special someone. Like they wearing that shit for social media. They wearing that shit for likes. Like nobody should have never seen that, bitch. You know what I mean? To use that language. I'm just saying.
You know
Nobody
what I'm
should have
saying?
never seen that.
Nobody's supposed to know that she got a birthmark under her ass cheek.
Yeah, like or that she got a motherfucking what they call it
Mole.
no French bikini wax or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like we shouldn't even know that.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's real provocative. You feel it? Like, and then it's even good women, borderline good women doing it. You know what I'm
And
saying?
that's why you see a lot of those old players, they settle down with them plain Jane Liberian looking ass women.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Motherfucker look just like what you like, but she just got an accent. She look just like what you like, but she just, you know, she definitely got a whole nother country accent. Crazy, man. Crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like the older I get, now I'll be seeing like a lot of these dudes, like these niggas were supposed to be the big man back in the day. All these niggas were simps. Like all of these, they show you in the club all these guys that they supposed to be the big guy of the city, but your girl look like a slut. Like I don't give a fuck if you supposed to be the top nigga in the whole
Yeah,
city. If
like
your girl
Jay-Z.
don't respect you, I don't respect you either.
Yeah, like Jay-Z, like man, Beyonce was to turn into a queen overnight, not a motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? A thing. She turned into a thing overnight. You feel me? Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all replace that word with another word, but you know what I mean? She did that as soon as she got with this dude. Like we didn't never see her busting it wide open until she got with dude. You know what I'm saying? So is Jay-Z pushing P?
I
I think
mean,
he
he from a different, but he was from a different breed. Like he ain't really on our level morally. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga that would sell crack to their own family or pimp their own girl.
Damn. So boy, Blue Ivy, you in trouble. I'm just
I
saying.
mean, I ain't saying that he like that. Might not be like that. Now I don't know what's true or what's not, but I know
What you mean? What you
definitely the
mean? You
Jay
see
Z
his
that we
woman.
all grew up with.
We see
Yeah,
his woman every. We see his woman every day.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We see his woman every day, man.
This nigga
So
told you he was about money, cash, hoes.
what? What? What?
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas be acting surprised.
Damn. So
Yeah, I've been running around and shit. I ain't really been able to tap in on the YouTube lately.
same bill, same bill. Real. Right. Shit, I gotta go right back to the plantation tomorrow. Early. Shit. I don't need too much sleep.
You said?
Yeah, that was a Cooper Troopers. Yeah, yeah. I ain't lying, bro. Look like one of the Cooper Troopers.
Yeah, I'll be
Real.
right back. Oh, I'm
Yes,
also
sir.
back
Yes, sir.
right back.
Yeah. Exactly. A man may date you, but he not marrying you. Dressing like that. I ain't lying. Shh. Like, mm. You can't have no heart chakra tied or nothing like that. Like you gotta separate your emotions and you know what I mean? Be what people call a dog. You have to be a dog at the most, if you're gonna even deal with it. Because you might not want to deal with it because you might have because it's like you could have an accident. You know what I mean? So ain't no more dealing with this shit like that. I mean, I've been out of that game for a long ass time. Real talk. Yep. They ain't got no filter. They ain't got no. They all gas, no brakes. All that kind of shit. Somebody ain't never Glorillas and Cardi B's. Only thing hurt my feelings is them women can rap. That shit crazy. Greetings, goddess. Man, she wearing some hot shit right now. She shouldn't have to be. You know what I'm saying? Posing herself like that. That's real, bro. I be saying that all the time. Like, how, man, for one, when a person can really sing, like, like back in the days, I know we all seen some person, young or old, a melanated sister, preferably, that sung and gave you the literal goosebumps through your body up and down your spine before you knew what a chakra was. You know what I'm saying? Like, so how in the world, if you could sing like a Whitney Houston, why do you have to do it with a thong on type shit? You know what I'm saying? Why you got to do it and be a, you know what I'm saying? A half weight and lightweight stripper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the gift. You can give everybody in here the chills and goosebumps. Set their kundalini on fire. You do
Yeah.
all this stuff, but you still got to bust it wide open while you know.
Oh, I'm gonna mute up.
Yeah, man. Like in a way, you got the voice of a goddess. You sounding like Whitney Houston, and you gotta dress like that. You gotta bust it wide open. I ain't feeling that. Exactly. Like you want, man. All of us should want people to want us for more than our bodies. You know, don't just want me for my body. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Like I remember, back in the days, I used to be like, man, before I even had dreads, locks or whatever, before that, because I had, the low cut scissors with the deep waves. That's all people knew me for my whole life. Since a kid, I always had them waves. So me personally, I got tired of, you know, and always being looked at as a pretty boy, all that kind of stuff. And I used to be like, man, I wish I had hair on my face like Bin Laden. You know what I'm saying? So that people could not judge me by how I look, but just the words coming out of my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen to me. Like, I wanted a motherfucker that just actually listened to me and love that. Because all the other women were just loving me because I was a fly ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a bitch would just be, I don't mean to say a bitch, I apologize, but it's like they almost in awe and not even listening to a word you say.
Yeah, I ain't going front. It's like a lot of females too. Like they don't really be interested. Like if you a smart nigga, like they not actually interested in the information. They just like to know that they with a nigga that's capable of being smart.
That's what a G, boy. And that's what I'm saying, man. That's the disconnect. You feel me? That's a major disconnect.
It's like, yeah, that nigga be on that smart shit, and this bitch ain't even got a GED.
Damn.
Yo,
Can't do
you see
nothing
they,
without a calculator. Can't do nothing without a calculator.
yo,
You know what I'm saying?
you see they trying to fucking send all them damn immigrants to Chicago, all up in Woodlawn.
Yeah. Hey, I got to get this sister right here to come do a bill with me. We've been talking about that for over a year. So I'm sick of
Yeah,
it. I'm not waiting any longer. But yeah, this is, oh man, this is an astrologer, a tarot reader. I'm talking about a life coach. Like this is just a great like spiritual being right here. You hear me? Like
I
a
want
lot
to
of
hear
people.
more of that from like more the Aboriginal community, the Black community, the ADOS, all of the conscious community. Like niggas is not talking about illegal immigrants enough, and that the illegal immigrant problem is the biggest issue affecting so-called Black America right now, and everybody and nobody seems to think it's a priority. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these Black content creators, you hardly hear any. The only Blacks you hear talking about immigrants is conservatives. Even like this is the biggest threat on the Black community is the immigrant population.
Well, only immigrants I'm focused on is the European.
That's not the problem. It's not them niggas is going
Shit.
extinct. It's not the European. It's everybody, especially the ones that don't need to take a boat to get over here.
Oh no, them ain't immigrants. So they don't have
It
to take
don't.
no boat.
But this is the thing. It don't. I look at it like this. Say for instance, like we from the same stock. Like say you my blood brother. You my blood brother. But I then went to the other side of the United States, and while I was over there, I was living good, doing my thing, and the whole time over here, yet you got shit going on. You overcoming certain obstacles, certain oppressions, and shit like that. And then now that shit it seems to not be so bad for you. Now I want to come back and waltz back in like if I never left, and then just be entitled into everything that you work for. Like it don't matter whether these people from below the border is indigenous blood or not. They don't give a fuck about the indigenous black American people. It's they immigrants. Like they I don't give a fuck if you indigenous. If when the so-called Cherokees was controlling this territory, your peoples wasn't allowed to come over here in mass droves. Like this is what I'm saying. And when indigenous people control a continent, there was no mass immigration. It was only a handful of motherfuckers that was allowed to go into other communities. You're not allowed to mass migrate into other people's territory, whether you're indigenous or not. You know what I'm saying? And they're doing it only because the occupational government is facilitating it. And they're undermining the indigenous people who actually descend from the local tribes. You feel me?
I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to get it. But I ain't
And
gonna
we
lie.
being
Like I
I'm
don't even
being
like
we
words like immigrant. I don't even like words like immigrant and all that.
and I mean, but the thing is, and then like yeah, I just feel like a lot of blacks that so-called blacks that live in communities that are still like predominantly black, you don't like y'all really don't take consider how serious this problem is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the blacks that live in places like LA, New York, certain parts of Chicago, that where you see that the schools, when you was going to school, all of the kids was black. It might have had like one Puerto Rican in the whole school. Now when you go to pick up your kid from school, you see nothing but Mexican looking people in the whole school. You know what I'm saying? In the whole neighborhood. That's a problem.
Nah, they need their own shit. I ain't lying. Like, bro, I don't have a thing against people, but the people that's done fucked up gotta go. Is what I'm saying. So anybody almost welcome, and when they fuck up, they got to go.
But
And we
what
know
I'm
who
saying
fucked up.
is
We know
that
who fucked
but
up. They gotta go, man.
no, but what I'm saying is that the way how immigration is supposed to work, according to indigenous culture and nature, is that you're not allowed to just bring whole populations of people. That goes against nature. You're only allowed to assimilate into the culture as like trickle, like the trickle down anomaly. The way how trickle down and economics work, that's how immigration is supposed to work. It's supposed to be only as it's supposed first of all, it's never supposed to be more immigrants coming into a region than the original population. If there's a population of only 10,000 people living in the area, then that means no more than 2,000 people is supposed to be allowed to migrate over there. You feel me? Because the minute that another population come and establish their own community,
Yeah,
that's a
that's their shit.
conflict of interest.
Yeah,
Hmm?
yeah, that's their shit at that point. I know what you're saying, but still,
And
it
that's
just
what
seems like that.
yeah, it's not
Yeah,
supposed to be no
but you
mass
got, right,
immigration.
I mean, anybody over here is supposed to be able to have their own colony. They're not supposed to necessarily, like you say, come into our territory and outnumber us, though. But we
No, they're
should,
not supposed to have their own colony either. They not supposed to
yeah,
have none of that shit. They supposed to just
if
it be
you,
like a
if
handful of
you
random
allow a
niggas.
motherfucker over here, if you allow a
Hmm?
motherfucker over here, they should. They shouldn't be our neighbor just because they're over here. They should be in their own colony over here.
No, no, they're not supposed to have their own colony. It's supposed to be a handful of motherfuckers, and the niggas with good genetics, they allowed to marry into our bloodline and dissolve and not exist as a people. No different from when you see
Hey,
the gang movies back in the day. When you walk through another gang neighborhood, you got to drop your flag. You can't be carrying your flag. You not them. It's either you us or it's either you with us or against us. If you're not going to come into the land and assimilate into the gene pool and dissolve, if you a Chinese nigga, then when you come over here, 100 years from now, your grandchildren need to look like niggas. You ain't supposed to be bringing no Chinese woman over here. You're supposed to be marrying a indigenous woman and dissolving your genetics into our community, and that's how it's supposed to work. Nobody's supposed to be setting up communities in other people's land. All that does is lead to war eventually.
Yeah, I mean that's that. I mean I've been through all that back in the civil rights movement and all that kind of stuff. And they bring all them damn. You're like, oh y'all want to talk that shit? Okay, we'll bring the immigrants in on y'all ass, and they took over, and niggas been mad ever since. But I mean, I don't be mad. It's just like how I mean, like people like the U.S. got a funny way of making people mad at everybody else except for them. You know what I'm saying? Like somehow they'll make you mad at your own brother instead of
Yeah.
blaming them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but I don't hate them immigrants. I don't got nothing against them because I would, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people would do the same thing. Like, you're going to go wherever the best opportunity is. But the thing is that, like, you still got to acknowledge that whether or not those are our people or not, you don't get a pass for certain things. Like, like right now in New York City, you got all of these migrants, these illegal immigrants. They've been put up in all of these fancy hotels downtown. So right now, these niggas had the audacity to expect a bet. They really expected a better quality of life than the actual citizens of like that's crazy. Right now, you got niggas living in the projects on $200 a month in food stamps, and you got illegal immigrants that was chilling in 500 a night hotels on the taxpayer's dime, expecting to have a better quality of life than these people who are actual citizens. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Regardless if we related to those immigrants or not, that doesn't change the fact that these people, like those, not all of them, but certain a majority of these motherfuckers have an expectation to come and exist off of the backs of the people that is paying for everything. Because it's not just about them being here and physically in the space; it's about them being here and they're being and their life being subsidized financially or for the revenue created by the work of the people that is part of this corporation. So it's not about them having the right to be here. It's the fact that you go and work for $1, and then when you get your paycheck, you only get 50 cents, and the other 50 cents to go to them or go to the government. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's the real bigger problem. Like that's more of a fence because if we really understand what the United States is it's an association, it's a fiscal corporation. So in reality, it's not their presence that's an issue, it's their access to all of the funding that's the issue. They're not, no one's supposed to have access to nothing of the United States tax dollars outside of the people who is part of the system.
Mhm.
That shit crazy. You got black Americans who was freaking relocated. And you know what I'm saying? You got the Louisiana Purchase. You got all of this shit. You got specific bloodlines who, you know what I'm saying? Who the state generates revenue off of, who have been displaced and inconvenienced. And then you got other groups of people that just come in here and trying to benefit off of these people suffering, off of these specific groups of people. Like it don't matter if those other people coming over here is immigrant is also indigenous, have indigenous blood in them. That's besides the point. That's still wrong what they doing. They need to go back to their country and fix that shit. And they need to go and apply if they really want some reparations, because that attitude of immigration coming over here for handouts, that's basically a reparation attitude. And in that case, they need to go and holler at Spain.
Hey, so migration is only allowed in a continent because it seems like you're not really even allowing the people in the same continent to migrate.
Nope. We went to war with niggas. We went to war with our cousins. When our cousins tried to come over here, it was like, hold
Man,
on.
if we went to war, that mean we was with the cracker. fighting our people.
Nah, it's not about the cracker. It's about it. Don't matter whether you it don't matter whether you look like me, whether you a cracker,
They do.
nigga. If I got 100,000 acres and my people is living here, all right, maybe one or two of my cousins could come over, but you're not gonna bring the whole fucking tribe from Honduras over here and then occupy, and then we gotta share the resources. Like, get the fuck out of here. It never worked. Nowhere in indigenous we did not do that. We did not do that. You know what I'm saying? We let a handful of motherfuckers matriculate into our society. We don't let other groups just come as a group and occupy.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Look, like you see, like you got the you got the mountain lions, they in North America mostly. And you got the jaguars in South America. You know what I'm saying? I mean, sometimes you got the panthers, they make it all the way up to Georgia, Florida, and shit like that. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Is there is a degree of the segregation is not something that white people made up. Like that shit is really crazy, yo. We not supposed to have like if you look like like if you just look at historically when you look at the whole Indian narrative, for the most part, like especially on the islands, for the most part, you see islands was predominantly occupied by one tribe. You don't have an island with like three tribes occupying the shit. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one tribe, and then it might have some other motherfuckers from other tribes that they could come and mix into the shit, but it's you know what I'm saying? Like you're not supposed to have more than one government in one place.
It's not big enough for the both of us.
When the government decide, I'm having a hard time seeing that. When the government decide
Give you
to,
money, they give everyone a stimulus check. Yeah.
yeah, and then that's a problem because that money didn't come out of everyone backs. Everyone didn't have to give up their baby birth certificate to, you know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of people that just got here and they getting access to the same benefits and they didn't have to do no pledge of allegiance. They didn't have to be relocated from their land. They didn't have to sacrifice none of the shit.
See the way everything operates. All of them foreigners supposed to be coming over here, but we supposed to be the store owners, and all of them supposed to be coming over here to be workers up under us. That's how
Yeah,
it's
second
supposed.
class citizens. They're supposed to be second class
Yeah,
citizens.
yeah. I mean, and that's how the European is living. What I'm saying is that's not how it is for the real aboriginals of this land. That's the problem. Now, as far as just pointing out that they're coming over here and immigration is not that is the flipping of positions. You know what I'm saying? We on the bottom. Like what the
Yeah.
fuck? You know what I'm saying? Now that's the problem. But it's just certain things. It's like saying, you know,
Yo, hold
Flint, Michigan,
on. Here we
you
go
know.
right here. I'm gonna read you a clip from the Great Law of Peace. You know the Great Law of Peace, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So this is section 76. Nobody of alien people who have been adopted temporarily shall have a vote in the Council of the Lords of the Confederacy, for only they who have been invested with lordship titles may vote on the council. Aliens have nothing by blood to make claim to a vote, and should they have it, not knowing all.
Yeah, your mic went out. Yeah, people do that for money too. That's crazy how people people get paid to do marriages and shit. It's crazy. Oh, man. No, no, no. Yeah, the brother Mike messing up. Let's see what's going on. I definitely appreciate y'all. You know, I appreciate you even more if you hit that like button. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. Yeah, my mic was breaking out.
Yeah,
You can hear me?
yeah. I hear you now. For sure.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna show you some more. I'm gonna read you a clip from King George, too. Hold on.
I only got like 5 minutes for the phone go dead on me.
All right. So I ain't gonna hijack. I was gonna. A matter of fact, I'm gonna send you this shit. I'm gonna send you the royal
Yeah.
proclamation.
I read what you was gonna read. I got time.
All right. Here we go. Here we go. And let me find the clip. All right. The following is an excerpt from the Royal Proclamation of 1763 that deals specifically with the Aboriginal people. And this is King George III, and where it is just reasonable and essential to our interest and the security of our
Yeah, they knocking you, bro. Like whatever you reading, StreamYard said, heck nah.
yeah,
You
I'm gonna
feel me?
send you that shit because basically it just so that like in King George letter to his slaves, he's like, yo, y'all niggas gotta respect the indigenous motherfuckers and they under our protection. You know what I'm saying? That's what King George is saying.
Mhm,
You know, I'm
mhm.
gonna send you that shit. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I'll send it to you on you got WhatsApp?
Uh, Probably not on my phone right now, but I know I have it. At
If I
least,
send, I'm gonna have to send it in pieces, or maybe I'll look for the link where I got it from and send you that because it won't fit in a regular text message because I was taking mad clips from that shit.
yeah. But what you on Facebook?
I mean, I got a Facebook. I just haven't been on that shit in mad long.
I never heard you bring up Facebook before. That's why I was asking. When you on IG?
I ain't on none of that shit. I'll be using like I'll be keeping information in my like email and in my messenger app and all kind of shit. Appreciate. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
send you that shit though. That's what I'm
yeah. Like I
saying.
said, I got to do a
You,
video with this goddess right here. I'm talking about, like I say, like a spiritual advisor. You know what I mean? For real. I remember. I remember she opened my eyes to we was talking about feminism, right? She really opened my eyes to masculinity and femininity. You know what I mean? Because like she was saying that how everything, like a lot of these problems of things that we talking about are masculine, right? And I'm like, hold up. I'm like, shoot, you got all these feminists that's out here, you know what I'm saying, causing a lot of problems. She made me realize she was like, the people you calling feminists are literally masculine. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
Like that's masculine energy. That's not feminine energy. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? I'm like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Because they do call themselves feminists, but they're not feminine.
At
You know what I'm
all.
saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So the wordplay made me exclude the fact that they are really just they masculine. Them bitches masculine.
They masculinist.
Yeah, they masking, their linity. and Lenny means snake. You know what I'm saying? For real. That's why we got Kundalini. You feel me? That fire serpent.
I seen some clip they showed where they were showing all of these girls before when they was in like seniors in high school versus when they got to college. And all of these girls, they was looking like nice girls next door, like even some you might even consider going out with. Then when they
Mhm.
show the after pictures, they got half of their head shaved, blue hair, nose pierced, like they all look ugly. Like you would have never known that they was actually alright looking girls if you didn't see their older pictures before they got to college. Like it's sad. Like they
Yeah,
really uglifying
fuck that.
themselves.
We talking about today. We talking about before. We talking about right before that makeup. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit should be a crime. You know what I'm saying? I like when a woman skin looks so good you think she got makeup on.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's always a melanated woman.
Hmm.
Woman. Nobody else can do that. Nobody else gonna look like, damn, you have makeup on? You know what I'm saying? Like nobody else can do that.
Yeah, it look like they got foundation on, but that's
That
just
foundation,
smooth.
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm talking about, don't let them put some lip gloss or some eye, that eyeshadow or whatever stuff. You know what I'm saying? Man, it's gonna look like they got pure makeup on, like just dolled up.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Nobody can do it but y'all.
Yeah, like they
Mhm.
really don't like people don't really believe that our woman is really that beautiful. And I ain't gonna front the Instagram, the filters, the BBLs, all that shit just made it like that made it harder for the girls that really got it like that. Like I be seeing some women like they 100% natural. Like
Yep,
I'm
yep.
I be sharing, you know what I'm saying? I be sharing drinks with my cousin and he be like, "Oh, nah, that's fake." I'm like, "Nigga, like how what?" Like certain dudes they don't know like nah son there was really girls that really look like this just because it's fake people getting surgery and all that like don't mean it's not actual natural people that really just naturally got it like that, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like they really try to downplay. Like it's like back in the day when they used to when they be like, "Oh, if you talking all this as a dude, you probably not all that." Like niggas really try to act like Floyd Mayweather and Muhammad Ali ain't exist and Michael Jackson ain't exist. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas that talk shit ain't really that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like no, we really do exist in real life. Just because it's a bunch of people pretending, just like how you was saying, the ugly guy in jail, like how everybody being lying, but that don't mean that there's not really niggas that's really like that, you know?
Yep.
But it'd be hard to believe with all this fake stuff. Now it's like you can't even talk to a girl with a nice shape now because it's like back in the day, it was like if you go to the hood and you see a girl with a damn near perfect body, you know it's natural. Now it's like it's a chance it might not be.
Yep.
And then, so as a woman that's naturally built like that, people looking at you like, oh, what's wrong with you? You got a BBL, you doing that for attention. Like the same way, like you got a black girl who got blue eyes naturally, and everybody be thinking that she be wearing contacts because all of these fake black girls be wanting to put blue contacts on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fake people is now making me as a real nigga look like if I'm one of them when really they nothing but all they doing is impersonating me, so to speak. That's the bootleg D Calico. They got fake dreads and all that. They watering down the real D Calico. You know how it be when you really that dude, but then you got people that be imitating you.
Exactly. It's real. Come on, man. You know I know. Shh. I be like, I can't the audacity of something. You know what I'm saying? I be like, come on now. Now
And that make it bad. It
some,
make it harder for
some
you
people
because now by the time you come around, they already done heard the fake niggas 100
don't heard
times.
it.
So now
You
you
know,
the truth, they don't, it's like it's watered down now.
bro, some of the fake motherfuckers, they think do it better than me. So they doing my shit better than me. You know what I'm saying? And they loving it. They love it up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about people with 100,000 motherfucking subscribers and all. You feel me? I'm talking about from every platform there is almost. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, really? Like some people don't realize that some of my shit is my shit. Like it's my shit, it's signature. Nobody dug this deep on what I pulled up out the ocean. You know what I'm saying? They just didn't. And I'd be like, give some respect. You know what I'm saying? Because even if nobody knows, I know because I'm the one dug that up. You know what I'm saying? I gave that freely of my heart. What the hell is wrong with you people? Like people act like they giving it to me or something. Like I be like, nigga, that's my shit. The fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what it's like? It's like the rap game. Like niggas is like Drake and Lil Wayne. Nah, not Lil Wayne, but like Drake. You know what I'm saying? So niggas go around and they swagger jack all of the all of the other artists so they could look like they got content.
Yep, exactly. Like yeah, like they really popping. You know what I'm saying? When they just follow all of the people putting out the information. You know what I'm saying? They just following the right people. You know what I'm saying?
Cause I ain't going front. Like I still do think that to a degree that it's on a certain level. There's certain people that it's not that they swagger jacking the information. It's that I honestly think that they organically came to the same conclusion. But there is also niggas that do be swagger jacking.
I mean, like you say, it's pretty much some of that, but at the same time, it's like I done gave niggas alley oop. You know what I'm saying? And some of the best of them done dunked that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And I give it to them. I know they got more followers, so when they scored the basket, more people saw that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a highlight reel. Like, oh, a seer said Shakespeare was a Moor. Nigga, Calico said that. And I said it on Facebook, matter of fact. And I was, you know what I'm saying? Like when people like him don't follow me on Facebook, but they comment on my posts, that lets me know, you know what I'm saying? People watching your boy Calico. And I mean, this ain't no one-time thing. Ooh, lightning strike. No. We talking about time and time again. And we talking about legends too. I'm talking about Dr. Phil Valentine. You feel me? Of course, Dr. Lean, that's my master teacher. You feel me? Sometimes I tag him in the post. I urge him to comment. You know what I mean? But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like all of them, no matter who it may be, I'm talking about big fries, so we know small fries. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't even a fry at all. But you know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong. You feel me? Because I kind of like it because people like, my master teachers them. They done gave me a, a, a treasure chest full of jewels. So if they get one or two from me, bro, I'm honored.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm honored.
I mean, me personally, like I be hearing like niggas that they more in depth researchers than me, but they be saying sometimes I hear niggas say shit that, and at first I be like, yo, what the fuck, niggas hearing me say this shit? But I guess it's because I'm not as much of a content
Yeah,
creator as
yeah.
you
It's
are,
not
so.
important. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
what you
so a
mean.
lot of shit that I be saying be shit that I said off platform. So when I be seeing niggas saying it, then I know that it ain't that they got it from me, it's that they came to the same conclusion. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Because when I first heard the Dr. Longo nigga, I was like, yo, like I felt like this, but
Hey,
it's
how
not
did you
that
know, bro? How did you know I
huh?
was every time a whole time you was talking, I was thinking about how really people, even Dr. Longo, he's just watching the right people, and I'm one of them.
But I think,
He
but
know
I
me.
swear, I mean, I know he do be of course, we all getting information from each other, but I know there's certain things that, nah, I didn't say that. It's like, there's certain things that I didn't hear no one else say that I said, but I said it offline, and I'm hearing other niggas say it online. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think that is necessarily all the time that niggas is swagger jacking as opposed to niggas is just on a frequency. I swear to God, like it don't matter. Like,
I know what you
like
mean.
you know,
I know
I'll
what you
say
mean.
some shit. I would say some shit to my homeboy, and then a couple days later, Kevin Samuels will say it on his show. I'll say some shit to my sister, and
Bro,
a
I be
couple
scared
days
to put,
later,
bro. I be scared
huh?
to put shit out in the atmosphere because of that reason. You
I
feel me? I
mean,
be like, because it's gonna go. It's gonna end up on the other side of the world. You
nah,
feel me?
but the reason, but for me, to me, the message is important because at the end of the day, I understand from the content creator point of view, and you trying to like earn a livelihood and make a mark, then you know what I'm saying. That is annoying when motherfuckers is like feel like niggas is taking from you and not getting the getting recognized for it. But as someone that is in the society, is I feel that it's really more the priority for me is to just get the mind control out there, to get the propaganda, to get the programming, because it's about reprogramming the way people think. So to me, that's more of a priority than getting actual credit for shit that I discover, as opposed to making everybody else see it the
That's real,
same way.
and bro, that's how I live because I really smile as I see. I don't care, if it's a so-called small fry. I mean, bro, I smile seeing the change in their thoughts. You know what I mean? Or the adding of my scholarship to theirs. Like they're doing it for a good reason. They're not fools. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not a fool. I haven't added anybody's scholarship that will make me foolish. You feel me? Like hell no. That's why I call them master teachers. I know they brought the truth. I researched beyond what they told me, and I know that they was the real deal. They knew what they were talking about. Just like me, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
Ooh.
son, you gotta go to that grove. You saw the video where he was showing the boabab trees?
To my sacred grove.
Nah, not Sacred Grove, but it is a Sacred Grove, but it's not on Sacred Grove channel. On
Mhm.
Dr. Longo channel, he was showing the trees, the 5 trees that they have
Oh,
over there.
did you know about the baobab? The baobab tree,
Yeah. Son, nigga, I want to go down there just to go and get a branch from that tree to make a wand.
bro. I remember when that pandemic came out. I remember one of my last posts before they kicked me on Facebook, and I had a pack of baobab. It came straight from Africa too, but a big bag of it, right? And I'm like, this is the cure. You know what I'm saying? For anything and everything. You feel me? That baobab tree, man, got a lot of healing properties to it.
Hmm.
For real.
There's a, but like I ain't going front. Like I'm digging Homeboy channel, that old
I
world
ain't gonna lie.
Florida shit.
Bro,
Man.
so you ain't watched the build when me and him was building together?
I can't remember if I saw the whole thing or not because I just be eating up so much information. Like I don't be remembering if I seen the whole thing or not. But I definitely peeped you chopping it up with him, and that
Man,
was funny because
I took
I
it to the
see.
next level. Everybody else
Yeah.
was like probably mundane to him. It was probably very mundane to him. Me, I came in there kicking it like a sensei, of course. You know what I'm saying? Because people like to talk about Tartaria, but that's modern. That's like modern history. You know what I'm saying? It's more so you got to talk about Scythia. You feel me? Old Scythia. This is the kingdom that actually existed in BC. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
that was probably spoke about in the Bible, already having cannons and everything. Like we call them Tartarians, but these are Scythians. You feel me? People just have to study Scythia. Then they just start to see a lot, man. They start to
Yo,
see a lot.
speaking of Scythia, yo,
Mhm.
son, you know what? I just well, I'm starting to trying to wrap my head around and see and understand the connection.
Yeah.
All right,
With that.
Muslim, Islam, and sickle cell. Yo, what does a sickle cell look like?
Dang, it's a sickle. Yeah, it's a crescent. Crescent is a sickle.
Yo, son, why is
Damn.
it that that shit is a high concentration of that shit in the Mayans, in the
Yeah,
Yucatan, in the Tropic of Cancer, the 33rd degree,
yeah, yeah.
all in
And
the Muskogee territory, the mosquito people? Think about it. If we mosquito people, what would make us mosquito people? Having sickle cell.
see, they'll tell you only Africans have it. So that means that the natives were who? What were they?
The Mayans have sickle cell. The Mayans have sickle cell.
Yeah.
The
So
North
what does that
Africans
mean?
have sickle cell.
So I'm saying
Hmm?
if they telling us only Africans have that, what does that mean? The natives were the same stock of people, like they were, so-called black people.
Yeah. But yeah, yo, I think like there's something more to that sickle cell shit in Islam.
Yeah, you're right though. That's deep. That's deep. That could even be the 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 bloodline of the giants, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because we always say they, fallen stars, so to speak, or fallen angels.
Hmm.
You feel me? So, dang, it's something else to it. You feel me?
It is. And that shit just dawned
Like
on me
that's
earlier
why
today.
that's why it's so sick when it gets clogged up in these small arteries, because it probably was meant for the giants. You know what I'm saying? And then
Mm.
and their giant arteries.
Mm. Wow. Yeah.
Like we just did a big build on the mud floods and all that the other night. Me, P, and F, and my brother McKinley Cougar.
Yeah, I gotta check that shit out.
Yeah, man. I'm talking about like it's just impossible, bro. Like everything that we put it like this, you can't even bring up old artifacts or archaeology without using the word uncover. We literally uncovered all of these different archaeological sites and such. That mean they under the dirt, huh? Bro, they didn't walk by and see an old Mac head. They dug them up. You feel me? They didn't even walk by and see the Easter Island heads in Rapa Nui. They dug them up. They
And,
didn't.
and
They
it's so
didn't
bad
even.
that we still call them
Bro,
heads. Remember, those shit is whole statues. But for
yep,
the first
whole
half of our
body.
whole life, they was just saying that it was just heads.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. The ancestors did that because of the flood coming. They wanted to see what would happen. Like it's like saying I'm gonna leave a pillar or anything, just something that shows measurement or height. And so when this great flood or mud, whatever come, we'll be able to see, how high it truly went. Like this statue couldn't even stand a chance. You feel me? Like nothing could have stood a chance. Wicked.
My bad. Yo, they said it's supposed to be 9 degrees in New York right now.
Yeah, man. I never move up there.
Yo, I went to check the mailbox in the lobby. What? The lobby of the building is cold. I ain't even go outside. My legs was freezing. I had on jeans and all that.
I don't want my kids to make the mistake of moving up there one day.
That's definitely not worth it. Like this the type of shit you gotta live between like April to like October, November. After November, take your ass back down south, wait it out, and come back up.
Exactly. Now that I could do. You know what I'm saying? Bro, when I see the birds migrating, I'm gonna beat their ass down. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh shit, time to go, 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 go. Man, like it's a hurricane. Y'all worrying about y'all scared of a hurricane. I mean, I don't want no winter for 6 months.
I don't know, man. That shit is like a hard. That's like between a rock and a hard place.
Man, bro. How would you think I am? 10 years old? Like ain't nobody, man, them hurricanes ain't touching nobody.
I'm saying most of them hurricanes don't be doing shit, but all it takes is that one motherfucker.
Man, man, bro, fuck that. If it's meant to happen like that, come on, man. You might well hit the lotto too. Come down here and hit the lotto. Shit. I ain't lying. Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I done seen hurricanes only tear them up and not us, bro. I ain't lying. I done seen it tear them up. It be like it'll go and pick certain people out on the street, bro. I be like, how the hell did he pick them out? You know what I'm saying? Real. Yeah, man. So the ancestors with you, man. Trust me. And like you say, hey, hurricanes only come. You ain't gonna get no more than about 3 of them in a year. At the end, hurricane season. So that's not gonna happen. Well, I ain't gonna lie. We gonna get 3, but not all of them gonna be hurricanes when they hit. They probably be a tropical storm.
Yeah, them tornadoes, that should be a whole nother animal though.
Yeah, we don't get no damn tornadoes.
I seen a tornado on the east coast of Florida one day when I was
Mm.
doing a moving job. And that shit was
Well,
scary as shit because we was in a moving truck and the truck had a governor on it. So the truck wasn't even able to go past like 60. So we on this long, I can't remember what road. You know how them highways be on Florida, like US 1 is only one way in, one way out. But we was on the west coast, so I can't remember what highway we was on. What? All you just see is the open prairie and just like all you just see is nothing for a good like 5 miles ahead, and we just trying to hope that tornado don't come on the road.
I ain't gonna lie. I done seen, you know, what you talking about, like touching the water and like sucking the water up and going crazy. And I'm like, man, we were young and bad as hell. We were driving. We ain't got no license and all that. We were thugging really, man. We was hollering and screaming, man. We literally, and we had no windshield wipers. Like it was crazy, bro. So we were young and dumb. It was really crazy. We had to stick our hand out there and manually do the goddamn windshield wiper every now and then. Like we thought we were gonna, man. We didn't think we were gonna make it. We didn't think we were gonna make it. We crossing a bridge that's like 20 miles long. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Damn,
crazy.
yeah, that's just scary. I know that.
And it's nothing but water. So we looking at this thing touching the water. We hollering and screaming. Like
That
we
sounds like
praying.
a bridge that my aunt was telling me about, where it's like it feel like you driving on the water.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, bro. That's why I know the earth is flat. Because right across from us is a whole nother city 20, 30 miles away. And from my beach I can see, their beach. I can see their
Yeah.
downtown. I can see their downtown buildings. I put the I put the binoculars on. I can see people walking in the front door of the building. You feel
Hmm.
me? Like I'm like, damn,
And you're not
this
supposed to be able to see behind the
you shouldn't
curve.
be able to see that far, bro. That
Yeah,
should be
because the
impossible.
curve is supposed to be like you looking at a hill. Like the curve of the ground is supposed to be blocking you from seeing all of that if it's on a ball.
Yep, yep. I should only see the top. I shouldn't see the ground floor. I should not be level with the ground. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying?
should.
Way over
Yeah,
there.
you probably see like the fourth floor. Like the fourth floor should be lined up with the ground or some shit like that.
Yeah, something of that nature. Yeah, man.
But that's why I don't even be talking about that flat earth shit, because it's like the people like anyone who has who's legitimately like considering those facts as far as the actual dimensions and measurements of a ball, and understands like like just measurements and proportions and dimensions, like there's no argument. Like any artist, any craftsman, anyone that ever built anything, any construction worker, anyone that does geographical surveys, like it's not supposed to be a debate. They're supposed to be able to look at the model and be like, wait, this doesn't line up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's no debate. The shit is flat.
Hey, let's be honest though. Like in the beginning, ancient world, like the first gangsters had to be people who got on them boats, man. It was selling these seven seas and stuff. Like they were the first true gangsters, man. Like it don't get no more gangster. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't vote that water, man. I don't vote that water. I love the beach and all that kind of stuff, but like selling the seven seas, like bro, I better be on a big ship, bro. You know what I'm saying? I better be on a big ship. Not gonna just
I mean,
have
I
it.
don't know. I think
Just to
that
have it on a small little something. It's
I don't
too
know.
much sea life, man. I ain't messing with all that sea life, bro. Like when
That shit.
I be seeing them killer whales chasing them speed boats down, bro. Be chasing them down, bro. Bro, if they wanted to, they could catch the speedboat. But you know how the speedboat be pushing all that water out, like shh, the whales are catching up to it just to get that water splashing in their face, bro. If they wanted to, they could catch that damn boat. They just want the splash in their face.
My shit
And
is
they
just
speedboat, they
the fucking
flying.
the fucker. My shit be the megalodons, like all of the mythical shit. Like I could imagine back in the day, like the niggas who was going on the seas and shit compared to the land lovers. Like, son, once you tell me that there's some 1,000 foot sea monster with like 8 arms, nigga, I'm not going nowhere near the water, son.
Shalom, Ben Israel.
That's just scary as shit, son. Like some Leviathan, some Kraken type shit. Cause remember, we ain't really as a land dweller, you don't really know like what's the limitations. You might see a whale,
I'm
you
real.
don't you know what I'm saying? Like what we know is like the great whale or the great white shark or the sperm whale or something. Like the megalodon, son. I don't even know. Matter of fact, I want to look up, see the size comparison of the megalodon compared to the Titanic boat.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? To put shit in perspective. Because you see how small you feel when you look up at the stars. So imagine being on a boat. Imagine being on a 200-foot yacht-sized boat on a fucking aircraft carrier on the ocean, and then some fucking big ass fish big enough to swallow the whole boat.
Bro,
Just
bro, I wish I had my old Instagram, right? But man, I know I had this post about it's black and white in Mexico. In the Gulf of Mexico, they found this man, they found this goddamn sea creature. They had it on the ship or whatever. Well, they had the head of it on the ship, man. That thing was like the largest thing I ever seen in my life. Like I'm trying to think of what something that head is that damn big. Like I'm talking about
yo, you
like bigger than a van, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bigger than that. Like the head weighed over like 2 tons. You feel me? It was like the body was more like an eel type of body, like an eel or something like that. But they couldn't even put all of that in the picture. You know what I'm saying? All they could mainly do was put all of the people standing around that big giant head.
mm-hmm. Yo, you ever seen the them it got like some type of like leech that like they be sucking holes in the boats and shit. Like they be punching holes in the
Uh,
hoses. Huh?
okay, but you talking about the same ones they be hanging on the The
They be
shark,
eating the
like
sharks too.
parasites. Yeah, parasites.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Basilosaurus, like the Basilosaurus. Let me see how big the Basilosaurus was. Basilosaurus, I should say, that's ain't nothing. The Basilosaurus only like 50 feet, which is still big as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what they
Damn.
do?
About
They
50
show
feet.
you that.
That's huge.
Hmm?
Yeah, 50 feet. That's huge.
Yeah, that's a bit. Like yo, like literally, you would get like stuck in like you would be like something that caused cavities to that nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know,
Damn.
like when you eat in the fucking mango, how the skin gets stuck between your teeth, the little
Yeah.
hairs when that's how you would be to a
Damn.
megalodon or to a basilosaurus.
Shit.
Yeah, son, that shit is enough to make me want to stay on the land.
You feel
Like
me?
nigga, I ain't no mermaid no more, son. I forgot how to breathe in the water, nigga.
You
I'm a
feel me?
landlubber now, nigga.
Yep. Landlubber. Fuck that.
Yeah, I even think that the word Atlan, I think that the root word of at being that maybe this was like when everything was water and this was the first place to emerge from the waters, the American continent, it would be like the first thing considered like a stationary, like it would be the first place, it would be the first location. Because if everything is water and this is the only constant, then this could be the only place where you say we're at. Like, where are you at? Like, I don't know. You get what I'm
Hey,
trying to say?
yeah, I
It's
know what you're
like
saying, but that's
Atlant.
just, yeah, no, you right. You right. Because what I'm saying is uh Cherokee, in the Cherokee story, you know, when the Great Flood came, you know, they did all the traveling and traveling and traveling, and eventually they finally landed on you know, a high peak, which was really a mountain, and they called it Mount Attila. You feel me?
Hmm.
So Attila became Atlantis. You
And
feel me?
where are you at? Where are you at? There's the only place to be at. If everything is
So guess
water
what?
and that's
Watch this.
literally the only piece of land, then
So
that's the
where would
only place you could be at.
the Cherokee telling you they were at? Allah.
Hmm.
You feel me? That's why I said Mount Attila.
They was at land.
At
And to this
Allah.
day, what do niggas say when they see land? Land ho.
Yeah. Don't people don't people always speak on Allah? They were at Allah, Attila.
Hmm. Damn, son. It's cold up in this motherfucker, son.
Yeah,
I
man.
turned the heater off for a couple of minutes. I had to turn that shit right back on.
Bro, I got the AC on like a motherfucker right now.
This nigga here. What's the temperature down there right now?
I don't know, but I got the AC on. It's hot out there.
It's pushing 90.
In the daytime, yeah.
Y'all niggas is lit right now.
Hell yeah. Man,
Like
shit,
us.
my homeboy got a community garden. Like I already got videos we done did before. But I can show y'all right now, like everything in his garden still growing. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like he got about 50 chickens and everything. Like chickens thriving, everything good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm hating right now, son. I got naked ass trees with no leaves on them outside my window, son. The only plants is the ones I got in the house. And this shit is fucking. It be so when it get real cold up here, the ground start to look white.
Yeah,
Like the black top asphalt, that shit damn near start looking white
yeah,
because
it's
it's so
like killing
cold.
the earth, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah, I can't do it though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I love the sun, man. Real. I be wishing it was daytime all the time. Like no nighttime. You know what I'm saying? But everything need to rest too.
Shit, man.
And that's when I started really thinking about space and all that outer space shit. When I like, in my head, I'm like, okay, stars and all that is heaven. That's the heavens. Okay. So we looking at the sun, right? That means it's gonna be daytime 24/7 when you go out there in the universe. And then come to find out that sun is invisible in outer space. I'm like, hold up, this don't make no sense. You feel me? I'm like, if you cut the light on, should be some, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang, you got the sun out there and then you can't see it. You can't even see the sun in outer space, brother. This is what science tell you. That's how you know the sun is really black. The real reason you know the sun is black is because of what they call the sunspots. When you see sunspots, you're looking into the sun. You feel me? And sunspots are always black. Always black. So truly you're looking into the sun. So the sun is truly black. But somehow produces that white light, which is every color combined. So it's streaming every color, every form of light combined. Y'all already know. Let's see. Hey, I know if I ain't give my brother Ben a wrench, I gotta give him a wrench. I give him the phone.
My mic is on?
Nah, it is, yeah.
Oh. No, I was saying that when the photons hit the particles in the atmosphere, that's what make us be able to actually physically see the light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what the light is. Light is the photons. You know what I'm saying? Photo means light. You know, that's why we say like photosynthesis. You know what I'm saying? Like when we take a photo, you know, we're taking an image of the light. You know what I'm saying? Like the light is what is moving the thing that's seeing you. You feel me? It's projecting off you.
Oh shit.
Photon.
That was shit, man. Something else I just came out. I forgot to mention that shit.
Check this out.
He's much more haphazard and hectic and chaotic, where he's willing to just like cut his chest open with broken glass and be like, take my soul, let me bleed on you. It doesn't not happen, let me tell you. Maybe not exactly like that, but
See what type of shit, yo. Hey, what we just talking about? It was like you know, that mud flood and all that good stuff. But it was something we was touching on earlier because you know we was talking on Tyre Nichols, so I ain't really want to go that route. But it's something you said earlier.
You was talking about the blood cells with the sickle cell.
Yep.
Could Medusa be the personification of plasma energy, or otherwise referred to as the stick man? The stick man was a giant plasma event that could be seen through ancient carvings throughout every continent in the world. This plasma event was some type of torus field which stretched to the sky and was represented as a human stick man. Are all these beautifully detailed statues that clearly look like actual people turned to stone? Were they anticipating a plasma event? Did they know that they were going to be turned to stone and as a result decided to strike a pose? Like the program Troll on Netflix. Very intriguing. Regarding light petrification. Interesting topic to think about.
Yeah, I remember I seen Sanchez talk about that a couple years ago about the Taurus fields, where he was going in on the whole the Pisces, the vistas of Pisces or whatever.
Vesica Pisces.
Yeah. What's it called? The Vespa?
Vesica. Vesica. Vesica.
The Vesica Python, the ocean monk.
Yeah, Ves. Meaning, it's really Venus. You know what I'm saying? Venus represents Pisces represents Venus. Venus represents Pisces, however you want to put it. So you're dealing with love. You know what I mean? That's why you see these two fish trying to merge.
Yeah, Python. That's also where you got the word passion. The Greeks call that sea the apason.
Yep. Like we know
And you get
Poseidon.
the word, and also too. That's how to me. That's why it make more sense that the Pacific Ocean was the first ocean that was really traveled. Like even when you look at the word compassion, it comes from it's a derivative of passion, but it's also you see the word compass and compassion.
Yeah, Paci, meaning peace. PACI. Like that's where you get passive fire and stuff, such. You know what I mean? So that means peace. That's why the Pacific Ocean was truly called a peaceful ocean.
Yeah. That's
like you said,
that's how you know that that's how you know that Buddhism came from America, because they call him the Dalai Lama, the ocean monk.
See, when people say where things came from, I just know it was everywhere. I just know that these are worldwide things, just like a cataclysm. I look at it like a cataclysm, brother. Like cataclysms are worldwide. Like when we talk about this mud flood, it had to happen around the world. It had to. You know what I mean? Like it's evidence everywhere. It's not just evidence in one place. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of look at it all like that, and I know that we the real deal. That's why I say indigenous means to the world, because the indigenous people of the world did these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, as in one, we already saying how indigenous people just did not sit still. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, indigenous mean earthling.
Yeah. For real.
And that's why I like the term land race. Because land race, you could be a particular land race or whatever region, but land race applies to any indigenous creature of the land. Like, to me, that's way more accurate than indigenous. That's way more accurate than African, all that. Because when you look at this, the etymology of the word land race,
I know what you
that was
mean.
a scientific term.
Because what people have become is not necessarily indigenous, but we can't deny that anybody with that melanin is you shouldn't even have to DNA them. They are that. You know what I'm saying? They are the real deal. Even though, like y'all bringing up this immigration thing, so that excludes a lot of people with melanin, and makes people have to do this kind of testing thing where they're gonna link you to that same person, or people who just are foreigners, instead of saying,
But that's what I'm saying. It don't matter if we actually related or not. If my grandfather died and left me the house, it don't matter if you my brother. He didn't give you this house. He gave you that house. He gave us this house. He gave my lineage this house. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And so like I don't really get whole hung up on the whole thing whether people is melanated or not. If you're not underneath, if you're not underneath this system, then you the ops. If you coming over here and you using the occupational government to give you access to over here, then you not having no respect for the indigenous people. Because you know what I'm saying? If you really had, like, if an immigrant really respected people land, then as an immigrant, if I was a poor person in China or Africa or wherever the fuck I'm at, if I want to come to New York or I want to come to America, the right thing to do is to go to the indigenous people and then ask them for permission. But for you to be asking the government for permission is basically saying that you co-sign thievery, you co-sign colonization, you co-sign invasion. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't like it don't matter if you indigenous or not. If the only reason my door is open is because some fucking colonizers kicked it in, you still coming here under their system. You know what I'm saying? Like you supporting them, you supporting the colonizer.
Mm-hmm.
You undermining our authority as the lords of this particular region. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because if the colonizer wasn't here, you wouldn't even be thinking about coming up here.
That's why he gotta go. I ain't gonna advocate for him, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. That motherfucker gotta go. They ain't gotta leave July 4th. But I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Feeling
Nah,
froggy.
they can stay. They could go. They could go fill up the jails. I don't mind. They could chill up in the jails and send me a check to stay there.
I'm saying if they feeling froggy, you know what I mean? I need to leave.
Shit, I don't mind. They don't really gotta leave as long as they pay for everything for me and my family and don't ever get in the way.
That's what I was saying about the immigrants, period. Because those are immigrants, so I'm sure they're infatuated with this place. So like you say, they got a second class citizenship pass they can have. You know what I'm
Yeah, they
saying?
could be second class citizens up here. Don't be talking that equality bullshit.
Hell no, that shit dead. We ain't even gonna discuss that 180 years from now. You know what I'm saying? It's just a no go. Hell no, we the nationals of this land. What the hell we look like? Dividing that power.
Shit, and I'm such a good-hearted nigga. I'll go with them back to their country if they pay for my expenses, and I'll help them fix their country. You feel me?
You know how the Moors do.
I don't mind. I'll go up. I'll go back to the shithole country wherever niggas is from.
and help interior design, huh? The
You know what I'm
cave.
saying?
Hey, y'all gonna need some padded walls in this cave. You know what I mean? I'm gonna set it up like an insane asylum. You feel me? Like for real.
That's
They
what
gonna
we
love
used to
you.
do.
They gonna love you for that.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And if you got some fine little things over there, I might.
Here go the Moors. Here go the Moors again. Nah,
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that should be the playground for that. It shouldn't be in America like that, man. But that if anybody want to play around, that should be the playground for that. Over there in Europe. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I don't
Like
know. I think it was.
I
I
don't like
think.
America. I don't like America being a melting pot. I don't like that.
Yeah.
Just saying, like, it's
Because there's too much reason for motherfuckers want to stay here.
exactly. Exactly. They got too much ties all of a sudden. Like, but I got one kid over there. That's all you got. You got your whole family over there. Take your ass back. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Yeah.
They got one measly baby over here.
One baby. Ask the baby, do he want to go upstate? Whatever the baby want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to stay over here and play with my PlayStation 5. No, you know what I'm saying? Kid like, fuck it. Kid got a virtual reality game. He don't want to talk shit.
And it's the thing now with the internet and in the digital age, there's really no need for foreign people to be over here to get the lifestyle. They can have the American lifestyle wherever they at. They got satellite TV and Amazon Prime. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like the 80s where you had to come to an America if you wanted to see the B-boys and the graffiti artists and the skate. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like that no more. That shit is all over the world. You don't gotta come over to our country. Look at Tokyo. Tokyo, them niggas swear to God that they South Bronx 1985. You can't tell them niggas that they not in the 80s in Tokyo, son.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't no reason for no nigga from Tokyo to come over here. All of the cultural influence that they got from America, they able to reproduce it right over there. And that go the same for all over the world. So there's really no reason for these people to be overpopulating our mass transits, our cities. You know what I'm saying? Now, like, shit is whack, man. You go to the DMV in New York, you there all day long, son. Because niggas want to overrun our city. They got certain parts of this country you could walk in and out of the DMV in like 30 minutes. Not in New York, not in no sanctuary city.
Ain't gonna lie, you know, it's always been kind of hectic, but nowadays it's real ugly. Like you can't even go to the DMV down here. You're not allowed to go unless you got an appointment. And back in the days, you could go, you could just go. But nah, you gotta have an appointment. I'm talking about like a week or two in advance.
And we was never supposed to be, and the thing is, as original people of the land, we was never supposed to have to accommodate no one else. Like we was never supposed to have to compromise our quality of life for the sake of other people. That's how it always was. You could feed your neighbor as long as it didn't mean that you and your children is not gonna get your full nourishment. Like we not supposed to be overextending ourselves for nobody. Nobody's supposed. You're not supposed to overextend yourself for nobody.
Real. I mean, except for you and yours. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you shouldn't have to overextend. But shit, man. You know, I'm about to tap. Let's see.
You gonna tap out?
Hell to the yep. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm glad I ain't him. I ain't tapping out like him, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just, you know what I'm saying, tapping out in a normal way. You feel me? Shit.
I'm mad that I couldn't see the whole collapse.
Yeah, I know. Hey, but yeah, I don't know. Man, that had to been an injury, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like man, that might have been worse than that was worse than police
That bad boy
brutality.
could have ended up going to jail for fucking murder behind that shit.
Yeah, that easy. Matter of fact, one more time.
Hold on, let me. If that was the ground, that was the regular floor, it would have been a wrap for that nigga.
Bro, it hurt every time. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? It hurt every time. I be holding my breath for him. You know what I'm saying? Damn. You done. You was done.
That's crazy. Nigga, whole chest collapse.
So
yeah, I'm about to check out Big Meechoo and Southwest T. I ain't see episode 4 or episode 5 yet. But season 2 will be enough.
man, I ain't seen season 1.
If these streets could talk, they would talk about me. If they could make prison walk, they tried to build it around me. It's not my fault of all the evil I see. If they had a heart, they let the children breathe. The streets don't know about me, but the streets they don't know about you. The streets they can do without you, but they just can't do without me. The streets they know about me, but the streets they don't know about you. The streets they can do without you, but they just can't do without me.
The streets have come to a unanimous decision. You have been found guilty. The price is right, but it could cost your life. Take a roll of the dice if you down to try. We keep the stronghold down for the rest of our life. But will the cash fall down? That's a definite ride. Hit a left and a right, and I be standing inside with exactly what you call for at night on black. With my hoodie with Trayvon and my gumpers and my money. You try to child, not try, man. I'm waiting to attack like black. Put 5-4 in your cap. It's still about 12 in the gap. Correct. Won't have to file charges on that. Piece of shit, I let my face go on face flat.
The streets don't know about me, but the streets they don't know about you. The streets they can do without you, but they just can't do without me. The streets they know about me, but the streets they don't know about you. The streets they can do without you, but they just can't do without me.
Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort us. Chase the industry, cause the streets for us. Money got blood, only breeze God we trust. What y'all call money, just $1,000. How could we call it money, what's 1,000 of us? We need 1 billion plus, 100 million trucks. And we still trying to catch up to the country's clubs. I don't watch Comedy Central, ain't funny to us. And you don't wanna hear my view on comments and such. Most of your comments will suck. I send a comedy jar. Shooting star at your clan, you're all abominable. In the snow, I'm still a man, I'm too hot to be froze. When I'm mad, I'm still glad in my pockets is toast.
The streets they know about me,